honestly, Raymond, I don't care. I'm just glad it didn't end up worse.
Okie dokie. So last week you got all your information from the genie, and then went back to town and went to bed, I believe. Or did we end immediately after the fight? No, we
ended immediately after the fight.
After the fight.
Heading back.
Yes, and you looted, and I had to look up whether the large scimitar kept its finesse property.
Yeah.
Which I can't find a straight answer for, to be honest. So I'm going to sit here and say the closest to a legitimate answer I can get is yes, it keeps finesse, but because it's a large weapon, the only person who can use it without disadvantage is Raymond in his giant form.
I thought it was just the size of a greatsword.
Yeah.
It's the size of a greatsword, but that's where it gets tricky, because it's a large scimitar, so it does the extra d6 for being a large. It counts as an oversized weapon, which means disadvantage if you're not the size category it's meant for.
Okay.
If I make it a greatsword, it loses finesse, and it just becomes a basic greatsword.
Okay.
I will say it can be used as a greatsword without finesse, but if you want finesse, the person has to be large.
It did work, Trent.
Cool.
That's about the cleanest I'm gonna get, because
Okay, so I can't use
provided the fact that
It's also in my hands.
Giant loot and everything is a thing. Yet I can't find any rulings on I looted a club from a giant. What does? Outside of a one-line ruling in the Dungeon Master's Guide that is, if weapon is big, roll at disadvantage. The other thing is, in theory, because it's a magic weapon, it might scale down size categories. That was another thing that is vaguely mentioned in a one-line thing of.
Yeah, I think that was the thing you were checking, because Peter currently has it.
I was trying to find an official ruling, and I can't find anything on it, and I can't find anything on Sage advice about it, because armor, yes, it definitely resizes.
So
Weapons...
is Raymond's the only one that can use it.
For tonight's session, that's what I'm going to say. Unless I can find some more concrete stuff during the week, but I couldn't find anything in some quick searches. It's a chance that I'm just not using the right keywords.
I've got martial and simple. What's finesse? Sorry.
Finesse is a category on certain weapons.
Okay, yep.
You have martial proficiency, which means if it's a weapon, you can use it. Finesse is things like rapiers and daggers that are you can use dexterity instead.
Yeah. Okay.
Which, if we could get rid of the heavy property, it'd be great for Ibley.
Alright. I'll be back in a sec.
If we could get rid of the disadvantage, if it resized, it would be awesome. Because I think lots of us could use it. But that's...
The only thing that prevents Ibley using is...
Yeah. It's very much a case of, if it resizes... It's, again, why I was trying to find, a ruling on it, but... Thus, I could not.
Hello. Back again. So, back to the tavern.
Give me a moment.
Yep. I was going to say, it was 9 when we left the tavern to start?
Something like that.
It was morning, so...
I said it took you an hour or something to find.
Yeah.
Yep.
For you to find a good spot or something, so it's gonna be lunchtime when you get back. I'm I'm just doing the thing that I need to do for Jess of the image of the thing. You know what? Screw it. It can go in Discord.
Oh, I just wanted it as a handout
I'll see if I can.
to refer
I'll
to.
see if I can make it as a handout. I was trying to put it in chat for everyone to see, but it's being annoying and doing that thing where it's like, oh yeah, I'm not gonna actually like copy. I'm not gonna give you the blah, 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 a bloody image tag with like .jpeg or anything in, so I couldn't put it in chat. There we go, everyone. It is in your. You should have a thing for it now, which just has the image in it. But yeah, if nobody's got anything else to do at the site where you use the lamp, you can head back to town. It'll take you about an hour. About an hour. You'll get there at
That looks ugly.
about
I want the sword.
I'll say 11:30.
And the
Oh,
horns.
Because
you gave it
I'd
to
say it probably
everyone.
would have taken you about half an hour to like
Everyone saw it, Jess.
devise the wishes, use the wishes, do combat, then loot everything.
Ghibli got the clothing. Because
Yes.
someone destroyed the lamp.
Ibli got a
I now
pack.
have a
And he got the
giant board.
necklace too.
Oh yeah, I did too.
Yes. So you can all travel to tavern. You get
Well, I
there.
was going to say, if we've got.
Yeah, it's 11:30 or so.
And Peter got a headache poke.
Yes. So Pete is
Yeah, well, I got that before we went out. So.
Yes. So no longer of the hungovers.
I was going to say, if we've got nothing else to do in town, we might as well head off.
Well, I believe that was the plan. Head off.
Well, before that, split the gold. Well, split the gems. Since nobody got. Well, now here's the question, Jess. And I would say this to your character. Since you used the lamp, are you giving up part of the portion of your gems?
Are you willing to walk? I'm the one that paid for the transport, is what Serena would say.
Yeah, I can walk faster or fly faster than you can drive the carriage. That
I'd like
doesn't
to
bother
point out
me.
everyone used a portion of the.
No.
Technically, everyone agreed that the portion treasure was to be used, so the gems are still freely split between the entire party now.
Yeah, but I didn't get anything out of the wishes from the genie. Did you?
No, but you agreed to it.
My agreement was headache.
But you still agreed at the time.
You had an opportunity to put forward a question. I put forward a question just like everybody else did, except for you or whoever else didn't put forward a question.
Uh-huh.
You had an opportunity to put forward a
You
question.
still gained a benefit from the wish. So did Mikey, and it would
What the
have
fuck
been.
did I
Oh,
get?
not Mikey. Haley. Sorry.
I understand Bailey and Haley, but Mikey and Haley?
No. No. Haley and Jess both gained information they were seeking. And technically Raymond would as well, but he kind of screwed himself.
Yeah. Flubbed.
But what about the rest of us? What did we gain from the lamp?
We all gained the knowledge of how to kill a masked white.
Uh-huh.
And the location of where to help one of our allies.
Uh-huh.
I don't think everybody understands material gain.
Probably not.
What material gain did I get out of it?
What did I
Not
get?
a clue.
Only I know what I got.
But my point still stands. It's you used it for your interest.
Well, just use it as a lie detector.
Pretty much, it was still of her interest.
Yeah, I don't care one way or the other.
If you wish to have extra gems, then yes, you can have extra gems. But
Don't
Wish.
complain. Got sword.
Interesting use of words there.
well, they're still gems, aren't they?
Yeah, they're uncut gems.
I wasn't debating that. I was just saying use the word wish to have extra gems.
Featherhead, shut up. Got sword.
Actually, yeah. Then yes, you can have some of the extra gems, but you were the one that picked up the sword.
Yes, and we haven't discussed the sword yet.
So how many gems am I getting?
Well, that's currently what we're discussing, Trent.
Yeah, it just sounds like you two kind of arguing back and forth. So I want to break it up a little and just see if I can.
Well, no,
push it
I'm
forward.
returning the same argument just made last week.
I know what you're doing. You're just doing the thing you do.
You're talking
And
in
I just kinda-
circles.
Want to know how much money I've made, among other things.
At a minimum, it's 87 gold and 5 silver in uncut gems. At a minimum.
Okay, cool.
Again, if you want my share of gems, that is fine if you feel that it is necessary. However, I was pushing it forward this morning because it was this
Yeah, like
game
2 hours ago.
because at the time you knew what the lamp did and you would not share the information.
Small interlude here. I just have to fix up something from last week. Trent, were you stealthy with the thing you did last week, or were you brazen about it?
I will.
If you were stealthy, please roll me a stealth check.
I will DM you a self check.
Okay, can everyone roll me a perception check? Since you were actively searching around the area at the time. Now you can carry on arguing about gems.
My passive
I
was
was
19.
I was going to say my passive is 18, but
22 is better.
Ow!
Okay,
I knew I should have done the original one.
okay, so Peter, Peter, Jess, Mikey, and Bailey. You all see Lubash sweep the remains of the lamp into his bag.
What do you want with that?
I want to wish. You
Yeah.
don't wish. Me get wish.
Go
We asked
for
if
it.
you wanted to wish, and you said no.
Me thought more now.
And also, that's like super broken, and it's not going to work again.
I will find a new genie and put it in. And some glue.
Huh.
Uh,
Sure you will, buddy.
Thank you. I believe in me too.
Okay, Serena looks at Peter's character and says, "You currently have the sword. If you feel like I have gained something that you did not and wish to have my share of gems or divide my share of gems among everybody else besides me, feel free to. However, I will not be paying for the next lot of transport."
Lubash has money. Lubash will pay.
Turns and starts heading back to the tavern.
I'm assuming this was at the tavern. But yeah.
Originally, the gem talk was at the tavern. Then we sort of jumped back slightly because Trent was scooping the stuff, which I assumed the whole exchange about me wanting a wish, and then we jumped back to the tavern.
Yeah.
That was something that I remembered, like, because we were discussing the lamp and everything that I had spoken to Trent during the week about.
And yeah, Serena just looks at Lubash and just rolls her eyes and says, "I don't think it's gonna work."
I will find you.
You please
As I
only
said
work
before.
this weird singer.
I mean, I can put it back together right now if you want.
please.
Hey James, do I have to make sorry.
Mikey, okay, here's a question.
Mhm.
Mikey and Trent, who wants to roll the D100?
I will. I don't give a
Me.
fuck.
Trent,
got to
Trent,
it first.
Trent.
How about
Oh, by
this?
the way,
Both
Ibli
of you
walks-
roll.
Just
Oh,
yeah,
Ibli walks up to Lubash though and says, "If don't work, mine."
That's my response. I hissed at you for some reason.
Oh god, this is gonna be interesting.
20 and 45.
I hope it goes wrong.
James is silent. This is never good.
Oh no.
Is Lubash now a genie?
Hang on, hang on. I'll be there in a sec.
Is he calling you over, Jess?
Lubash is a genie.
Oh no.
Yeet.
Oh, no.
So, here's a question
Yeet the lamp.
for Peter, who is the statistics person of the campaign. What is the chance of two people rolling the exact same number on a percentile set of dice?
1 in 100.
Actually, it's 1 in 1,000 to be fair, because it's
No, it's 1 in 100.
no.
Because
Like,
once the first number's there, you've got a 1 in 100 chance to re-roll it. It only goes up progressively.
either which way, I'm staring at a 1 and a 2 on my desk. A 2 and a 0, sorry.
Oh god.
I wish you luck.
Lubash is orc genie.
Ibli turned into Genie just.
Yeets lamp at somebody, or comes out.
So you're using mending.
Mm-hmm.
What spell slots do you have left?
Actually, no, because
Yeah, let me just check.
I'm having a look. I've got all but one. I used one first level.
Yeah, so mark
God.
all of them off.
Oh
Man.
god.
So mark off your level 4, your 3 level 3s, your 3
Yeah,
level
that's
2s,
all of them. Yes.
and your 3 level 1s.
Oh no. Oh no.
Glad it didn't siphon from other
So
people.
would you say
Trent.
that was all of them then?
Yes. Trent,
Yeah,
let me check.
I don't have
Lubash.
any spells.
You don't need
Oh wait, I do have spells. Never mind, I'm hot bod.
Oh god.
all of your charges of your magic items, as well as all of your unexpended spells, are expended.
That's not good. Okay, so James,
Yeah?
so you know how magic items kind of disappear, right?
No, it's only specific ones.
Only specific ones? I can't remember if mine does.
I don't believe
Only
it does.
wands.
It's generally only wands and like some powerful ones. I don't believe yours is uses per day. It's not number of charges. It's generally number of charges things that disappear when they run out.
I'm not even gonna look this up. I'll just
But
believe
yeah,
you.
you conjure the magics around your hands for mending, and as you channel it into the lamp, you feel something grab hold and just suck all essence of magic out of the pair of you.
Oh, fun.
Lubash don't feel so good.
Do any of us sense this?
Anyone who has spell slots can roll an Arcana check.
I don't want to go, Mr. Stark.
Can I roll an Arcana check?
Trent will get to you.
God.
I mean,
I was gonna say, I have spell slots. I have wild
I've
magic
got
spell slots.
one.
If you have a
Spell
spell,
slot?
yes. If you have a spell slot, you
I
can
know
cast
nothing.
an Arcana check.
I know nothing.
Raven knows a lot.
I think literally the only person who doesn't have a spell slot is Kyuju. Is Kyujo, because he don't actually count as spell slots.
Okay, so
Ha.
how badly did they fuck up?
Okay.
Lubash is no
So
genie.
the two people who got above a 20.
Mm-hmm.
Zelda, you have a funny feeling you know exactly what's happening. This magic feels familiar.
Fuck.
Like 2 hours ago familiar.
Yeah.
Navara, you like are trying to work out what's going on, following the runes, and then you see a small glint, and like Trent's character glows slightly, and you notice what does Lubash wear for like clothing? Is it just a shirt, or does he wear like leather armor?
I'm wearing a 3-piece suit.
Oh god.
He has new gold cuffs.
Ooh, bracelets.
That he's basically like, ooh,
Just do it
I
right.
don't feel so well. Ping, ping. So there's two like probably 15-centimeter gold bands on his forearms.
Oh
Can
god.
I make a perception? Can I look and make a perception?
You're all staring at them. You're like, you don't have to. Like, these are glaring gold bands. He's wearing a black piece suit and ting ting gold.
I
The
look
f-
and
did you
say,
do?
Oh, fun. New genie?
Lubash genie now? I say that in character to Jess. Since she
What
said
about
new
those
genie.
who rolled the
I
lower numbers,
think
Jane?
so.
We have no fucking clue.
I shake.
I look and say, I think so.
I'd
Bailey,
like to
you're
match my
aware.
bands together.
Bailey, you're aware something happened, and you have the vague understandings of what's going on, and like those bands have probably something to do with the lamp. You're not 100% sure what happened. You're aware mending was cast, and then something went sideways. And the two people who rolled threes, he has gold cuffs now, and they cast a spell.
I look and say, good job.
Also, Bailey and Haley, can both of you roll we'll say, charisma saving throw?
Saving throws.
Bailey and Haley?
Yeah.
The 80s.
Why? They're not the ones that made the wish last week.
No!
DM's prerogative.
Haley, you maintain all of your current spell charges. Bailey, you feel drained, and anybody who's notices that his beetle flickers slightly before mark off one spell slot.
Serena turns.
What level?
Just one spell slot. The DC was 15.
Serena
The lower,
turns.
the
What
further,
level, though?
whichever, just one spell slot. You were losing a spell slot for per point you were below the DC.
Mark off a cantrip.
He can't. Cantrips can't be marked off. He has to lose a spell slot.
That was
Serena
So just
turns-
expend a spell slot.
Serena turns to Ibly and says, Ibly, is Beetle okay?
Ibley's just silently, like, stepping backwards, just...
Everything okay?
And then there's a 25-foot jump, and suddenly Ibley's behind the beetle. Just... And then...
Yeah, so
Frogman Frogman jumps away. Cool bracelet. Really?
As
I
this
know.
is happening, the lamp becomes unbearably hot to touch. Only to Torrin, out of the two people currently touching it.
Clap.
Does Torrin continue to hold it? It's seemingly getting hotter by the second.
Brent was holding onto it.
I ain't holding on to shit.
No, he said Trent. I assume you were touching it to cast mending on it.
Yeah.
You have to.
Yeah, I poked it.
Okay, so you're not touching it, so like you can feel heat radiating off it. Trent, can you roll me a charisma saving throw? With
sure can.
disadvantage.
Oh.
Sure. Ow!
You're like, Lubash genie now? Ping, lamp, clatter.
Yay.
Trent,
Can someone
you
more
are
knowledgeable in the mystics explain what happened?
Trent, you are standing in a 40-foot room that is roughly lamp-shaped.
Hello, lamp.
Mikey, could you have a 19 perception check? You hear, hello, lamp? come from the lamp.
Lubash?
Forget your character's name.
Torrin.
Torrin? Are you in the lab?
No. Are you?
Navarra,
Yes.
Navarra, what happened?
Do you want to make... You know I'm having this conversation in front of you, right?
Can I hear him ask what happened?
You can hear. I believe you can hear. For now, I'll say you can hear everything that happens outside the lamp.
I fell in the lab. Help!
He said, I'm the only one who can hear him, can't I?
You have a high enough passive. You
I
also
have an 18 passive.
He's also standing within 5 feet of the lamp.
True.
I'm gonna take a step closer to the lamp, but not pick it up and go.
If everyone who ends up within say 5 feet of the lamp can hear Lubash.
I was going to say, I sidestep round beside Navarra and basically go, you do the magic things well. What happened?
Haley grabs hold of Serena's coattails and tries to bring her away from the lamp.
What was that, Haley?
Bailey's grabbed the back of Jess's clothes and towing her away from the lamp.
And as Haley was sailing?
Sailing.
I'm just stepping back anyway.
I'm still waiting for a response from Haley because everyone cuts her off.
Same.
Yeah. Let Haley go. You're stepping backwards. Let Haley go because like people have asked her like 3 times for something.
I think he's become the genie in the lamp.
Wait, is that possible?
I don't know. It looks like
He's going to become that big blue thing that or red thing we pulled outside.
I don't know. Can't say I've come across this before.
Wait, if we rub the lamp, will he give us wishes?
Maybe.
I can't touch the thing, can I?
It seems to have cooled down.
My wisdom is high enough, I'm not going to.
I'm going to pick it up.
But my intelligence is low enough, I want to.
As you reach out and touch it, it is cool to the touch.
Yeah, I pick it up and be like, hey.
I don't know, do I feel I'm being picked up?
You know what? Yeah.
So,
is this I Wish of Genie style lamp?
I hope so. It is now.
Head cannon locked in.
Oh god! Nice!
Hey, dickhead, do you want to come out of there?
There's no door.
Well, how'd you get in there?
I don't know, I fell.
I'll hold the lamp upside down.
Thwack. Clang.
Well, that didn't seem to work. I turned it back the other way around.
Thwack. Clang.
I mean,
try rubbing it.
I'm gonna try it. Hang on, let me just shake it.
Stop rubbing the inside.
Trent, roll a deck save.
Oh god.
I heard what Mikey said.
Yes, Sam.
Mikey, roll a d6.
Hey James, you said there was a 40-foot square lamp-shaped room, right?
Yes.
I fell 40 feet 2 different ways. So I start taking full damage.
You do on the shaking. Like you take 3 fall damage. It's
Okay.
technically a magic space, so there are cushions in a lot of places. So like I'm gonna say like the cushions softened your fall, but when he shook it, you went quack 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 quack.
I look at the others from like the step back they've taken away with Ibli and say, so does it still have bad juju? And what are we doing with it now?
It's got Lubash in it. How much juju do you think it's got?
Also, Trent, at this point, has your character willingly wanted to leave the lamp at any point?
Yes.
Then
about when I started getting shook.
So after you hit the floor the first time, you're like, I want out. You just ping out of the lamp. There is a billow of mist, and you just land face first on the grass in front of Torrin.
I stand up and snap my lamp away.
Yeah, that worked.
Don't shake my herb!
Everyone who can see Lubash, he's no longer in his standard 3-piece suit.
Is he a genie?
Is he in hammer pants?
He's in hammer pants, a cummerbund, and he's wearing a vest. And there is a loose turban on his head.
I look and say, what happened to your suit?
Oh, suit! That was
Ping.
250 gold!
Ping,
Wait. No one say
moment-
anything.
The moment you go, suit, the suit just reappears.
No, nobody say anything.
Ibley's lamp.
I wish I knew what was happening.
Peter, I hate you.
Maybe they just say the W
I'm aware.
word.
Yeah.
I'm aware.
I'd like.
Nothing happens on the I wish word.
You defied a direct order from your alleged captain.
I didn't even hear what you said.
He said, I wish I know what's happening.
Oh, same!
I do want to make the point that Serena's actually the one with the gems and the paintings.
Yeah.
Okay.
So anyone have a plan?
Throw it off a cliff?
Do not throw Lubash's home off cliff!
Ibley's lamp.
Lubash's lap!
Ibley's.
Lubash!
Didn't work. Ibley.
Lubash is worked!
Clearly it did work.
Lubash in lap! Lubash owes to me!
Ping!
Why is Lubash talking like Ibley?
Wait.
He
Did he
said,
get back in the lamp?
he said Lubash in lamp.
Ibley lamp.
And yeah, and before, as soon as he got out of it, he smashed the lamp away. Which direction did it go in?
I mean, did you
He-
just kind
he-
of fly away? Did I yeet myself?
No, well, the thing is, you knocked it away. I'm assuming you just sort of like smacked it out of Mikey's hand, so it probably only went 5 to 10 feet.
Oh no, but then Ibley picked it up,
Yeah.
and then I kept snatching back from Ibley, and Ibley snatched it away from me.
Yeah.
Then I snatched it as I said, so who told you
You
the
basically snatched it and gone, Lubash in lamp, and went just ping, and the lamp just hit the ground again.
And Ibley's just going, Ibley's lamp. Holding it up.
Lubash was out!
Ping, thwack.
Lubash, take that! Lubash. Okay, now I want to throw the lamp, but I want to say Lubash in to see what happens.
Oh God.
Torin confused as to why everyone's speaking in third person.
I throw the
think
lamp.
Okay, so I'm
Lubash
gonna clarify this. I did speak to Trent. Like the whole Lubash speaking in broken English makes sense because Common is second language to Lubash as well. Orcish is his main language. That's also the couple with Lubash not having the greatest intelligence score. It's just being compounded by the fact he's currently actively arguing with Ibley, and everyone else is breaking their speaking mannerisms to match for a part.
Ibley just jumps
Roll
off the
a straight. Roll me an athletics check, Trent. You are not raging, so it's not an advantage.
Yeah, I know that.
Can Ibley just jump off the lamp?
You know, Bailey doesn't have to talk in broken English.
That's why he said, "Can Ibley jump after the lamp?"
Yeah, he said, "Can Ibley jump after lamp?"
You just throw it and say Lubash in lamp, and people just watch as the starts football spiraling about, I'll say 60 feet through the air as Lubash just turns to the smoke and shoots after it into the lamp. And roll an acrobatics check, Trent. As you manifest in the lamp and your whole world is spinning.
I turn to
Make a nausea check.
And Bailey, no, because I would assume he snatched it, stepped, and then thrown. As you jump after it, you basically like do the whole movie thing where you jump after it and it stays just that couple of feet ahead of you before you start coming down. It continues traveling because he threw it 60 feet.
So it takes Ibley a total of 3 turns to reach the lamp.
Probably like our turn because it's only 60 feet, but you don't catch it initially till after it's hit the ground.
I was going to turn to
Ibley still
Vera
holds it up,
and
going Ibley lamp.
One at a time. That was 3 people, I believe. Ibley takes the lamp and says Ibley's lamp. Who else was talking?
Peter.
and
I heard Peter.
Trent. Yeah. No, I was going to say I turn to Mikey and Heather's character and go, that's a fight I don't want to get involved with.
Yeah, same.
That was weird. Is that normal for magic?
You defy a direct order, Bird.
What order? You gave
I
an
said
order?
nobody say anything. And you said, oh, we don't know what's going on.
I did wish I didn't know what was going on. I don't know what's going on.
The idiot is in the idiot box. And then the idiot threw his own idiot box and then put himself in the idiot box.
I'm more like worried about how he's going into idiot box.
He's a JD. Now. As of 30 seconds ago.
Right.
Keep up.
Sorry, magic is new to me. I
It's
kind of
only been
point and
around
shit happens.
forever.
I don't control it.
You've got a magic sword.
Yeah, that's normal magic. I point over at the lamp. That's not.
What is normal magic?
Stuff
Hey,
you
Pete,
can
you're
control.
holding the sword, aren't you?
It's on my back.
Okay, cool. Make a strength check at disadvantage.
Oh god.
I assume your strength's
Can I
not
roll?
fantastic. Strength save or strength check?
Oh god.
It doesn't matter. You're in the middle of the argument, and just suddenly the bird just flies backwards 30 feet as the sword just detaches from your back and flies another 25 feet halfway to the lamp.
I just look at
Staying
all
within,
the different
and
things
it
going
hits
on.
the ground 30 feet from the lamp.
Alright, come back here as I'm chastising you.
This is weird. Magic is weird.
Yeah, how normal is it now, dickhead?
At this point, I'd like to come out of my lamp, take my lamp from Ibli.
I actually have been waiting to say this. The moment
Okay.
he gets out of the lamp, I want to hit him with the lamp.
I mean,
Bailey, roll a d20 and add your strength modifier.
It's -1.
Better than mine.
So roll a d20 -1. Does that hit your AC, Trent?
Yeah.
So is there any modifiers in his AC?
No. It would be.
Didn't he have natural armor?
I think he only has natural armor in his rage.
No, Jin.
No. There is
Barbarian have,
no
natural armor.
alterations to Lubash currently stat-wise.
Alright.
So you have a 16 AC or lower, Trent.
I have 15.
Roll a d4, Bailey. And we'll -1. It's a minimum. It's a minimum of 1 damage. So he clocks you, and you hear dong as you take 1 point of bludgeoning damage from the lamp.
Ibli lamp. Run away.
Getting
You
back.
do realize I'm partially a barbarian, right?
Yeah, this is gonna be a weird character all of a sudden.
Can I?
Ibli held the lamp above and running on 2 legs.
So never mind. We'll get back to that. While Benny Hill is happening in the background, we'll go back to Pete and Mikey.
Okay, that works.
I'm just in the middle going.
I just look at the sword and
chaos so quickly.
I look at the sword and I back away towards Navera and Torin. Going,
little loud, Trent.
It's not me.
It's not.
I got no idea how loud it's coming through. So.
Oh, fair. It was a musical cue, so I automatically assumed Trent. It was loud enough. It was starting to drown out Peter.
Yeah. No, I back towards Mikey and have this character and look at the sword going, now that's funky. I don't understand what's happening.
Yeah, none of us do. Welcome to the world.
I look at Peter's character because once this whole argument over the lamp has started, Serena's just kind of looked and shrugged her shoulders and shaking her head and just like not getting involved in that. Looks at Peter's character and says, as that one said, pointing to Sharon, "Welcome to the world. You learn on the fly. Magic is weird.
Deal with it.
Congratulations. You know something new."
I've been lots of places, but that's still weird. And
Yeah,
I
you
turn
get-
back and turn to look at just Hector Square and go, "Keep your gems." I point over at the Benny Hill scene at Trent's character and go, "He doesn't get any."
But you already gave me some.
No, Jess still has them all.
Oh.
Boo. Fair. Boo.
So whoever gets the lamp doesn't get any. And I then look at the sword and I go, I don't know about that.
Dom. Why is everyone tagging Dom?
You read the original.
So yeah,
That's a thing.
I look and say, I'm gonna head back to the tavern
Everything is awful.
now. I look at Tora and Navarra and Zelda and Pete's character. Sorry, I can't think of your name.
Yeah.
And say, I'm heading back to the tavern. I yell out to Ibli, "But I'm going back to the tavern."
That's right. One of them will get tired eventually, and I assume it's not the one made of smoke.
I'm going to go back to the tavern as well. Again, I'm going to shrug through my hat
Yeah.
and follow her.
yep.
Yeah, I need a drink.
Ibli is running for the beetle.
Yep.
Ideally, I'll drink enough to forget all of this happened.
So everybody, where is Zelda going? Is Zelda going back to the tavern as well? Do we still have a Raymond?
Can you see me?
Now
Hello?
we can hear you.
Right. I said I was going to head back to the
Tavern.
Yep. Okay, so we'll just everyone's going back to the tavern with the exception of Lubash and Ibli at the moment. So Lubash and Ibli, Ibli is making a break for the beetle. Lubash is chasing Ibli. How's this going?
Lubash does his new trick. I want to go in lap.
Thwink.
I'm caught up. I then like to out of lap.
You appear 5
Oh.
feet behind Bailey.
And then I'd like to throw a coconut at him.
But where did you get a coconut?
He bought one. He bought one from the crazy people on the side of the road.
I brought two.
Timey-wimey bummer.
The time wizard, brother.
Ibli has a retort. Coconut.
Okay. First things first. First things first. Trent, roll me just a strength check because it's an improvised weapon attack. Okay, so
You're
you
bad at things.
throw that. Bailey casts infestation. What bugs are you summoning?
Oh no, it's a cloud of fleas, mite, or other parasites.
Yeah, what bugs are you summoning?
Let's just go mites.
Cloud of mites, Constitution saving throw, Trent.
Oh, save it for bitch.
He saves.
Apparently, you roll a decent number.
Constitution, or it takes. So he takes nothing from it. He just runs through them. During this whole exchange, give me a moment. I need to go read a thing.
Oh no.
I just need to clarify a thing.
So, Haley,
Yes.
On the way back, assuming that you kind of like left first or caught up with
I
Serena.
followed, but I probably would have caught up.
Serena says, "Can I please speak to you in private later on?"
Sure.
Thank you.
I nod.
Sagely.
I look at Navarra and say, "So interesting happenings today. Didn't expect to see a party member turn into a genie. Are they a true genie though?"
The best wizard.
Okay.
What?
With the nat 1, you just knock the lamp out of Ibley's hand. You don't hit Ibley, you just hit the lamp directly and it falls in the middle of you.
That's fine. I prepare another coconut.
Yep.
As I walk toward the lamp and pick it up.
So Ibley's gonna command the beetle to maul.
Do you want your beetle to die?
Oh.
I get mauled.
Thing is,
Just a
Ibley
vigorous pointing
said he
maul.
only wanted the lamp if the mending spell didn't work. The mending spell did work.
But it didn't do what you guys wanted. You guys taken that as an word.
That's not what I wanted.
Ibley wanted the lamp in one piece. Ibley wanted it if the wishes didn't work. Is what
I
I'm
haven't
gathering. And as far as Ibley's concerned, the wishes didn't work, and the lamp is back.
Ibley's
in
actually not dumb. Ibley just has trouble with the language barrier.
I never agreed to that anyway.
So are you having the beetle maul Trent?
Yeah, I don't have to worry about it dying.
Roll an attack. And then both of you roll initiative.
Friendly
Say.
fire initiated.
Oh God.
Ouch.
Oh, and he also, because I assume this is more than 20 feet away, he takes the charge effect.
I'll give him the charge effect for this attack, yes.
You guys
See,
are fucking crazy.
This is three sessions to deal with the lamp.
So,
Why
question.
can't we be friends?
So what is the charge effect, Bailey?
The charge effect is this.
Target takes an extra 2 slash damage. Must make a...
It's a strength save, I know. Who cares?
Make a strength save, Trent.
Uh-oh.
That one.
So he takes the effect of the charge.
And I take 2 extra damage.
And he's knocked prone.
So you 2 damage and you're prone.
And the 5 and the 4 slashing from before.
Yeah, and the 5 and the 4 slashing, and then
I've taken the damage.
and then Bailey. Technically, you have 1 attack and a bonus action left.
Can I bury someone under the dirt using mold earth?
I think Mold Earth takes a minute.
No, it's an action.
I mean, you can try, but it's not going to be compact.
I know that.
And also, no, you can't because you used your action to initiate the charge attack.
Oh yeah, and then the bonus action for the mold.
And also, he's a barbarian.
Question.
Yes.
So, those of us who were heading back to the tavern wouldn't have gone too far at this point.
You're probably
surely.
at the edge of the clearing.
So we noticed this, yeah.
Probably.
Just hear Banzai in the distance.
Oh, yes, I know. The beetle's still got 20-foot of movement speed to run away, and Ibley's still got 25.
Does the beetle move away?
Yes, beetle is running away.
It does
Because
technically
Ibley-
leave your threatened area, Trent.
But isn't he prone?
That
So
just
it's
that means he has
disadvantage on
that means he has disadvantage. He can still make an attack of opportunity.
Ah, but he could recklessly attack.
He could and make it a flat roll.
I mean, I will, but I have another question.
Uh huh.
Rage is a bonus action,
It's technically still Ibli's turn.
so no, I can't rage.
No, not for this attack. Technically,
Okay.
we are resolving Ibli's turn. You are about to have a turn.
Okay, then I will recklessly attack
The
with
beetle.
my hey. Nope. That does not hit.
Does an 11 hit the beetle?
No, it's a 12 for his AC.
Of course it is.
Now it is Lubash's turn.
And where's the 25-foot field? Because I've been measuring it like 3 times now and just not gotten it
Yep.
there.
So,
I'd like
Trent.
to stop and watch.
Oh, we actually have tokens. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I stop and watch too.
I was just better than mining it. Okay, I would like to rage.
Why does our party keep fighting itself?
You are raging, yes.
I would.
Everyone's just shifted from where I moved Dibley to.
Yeah, I moved them over because they were like, they're probably like right down here on the edge of the map.
I would then like to
I moved
extend,
them over so like combat doesn't get messy with them being there.
and as I rage, I'd like to bring out some claws,
Uh-huh.
and then I'd like to run the beetle down.
You only have half movement because you have to spend half of it to stand up.
That's fine. That's 15 feet away.
Yep.
All right, guys. I have 10 gold on the barbarian.
15
Uh-huh.
and claw attack
I
and
like-
claw attack.
I'd like to point out he doesn't actually have multi-attack. Trent doesn't actually have extra attack. He only gets to make 2 attacks because the claws technically count as dual wielding.
Only 11 damage to beetle.
No, it's 2 hits because he's recklessly attacking, which gives him advantage.
Yeah.
Oh, it's 2 hits. Still the beetle's
19
alive.
damage.
Yeah, so it's 19. Trent, have you is that automatically adding your rage damage? It's adding 4 plus 2, so I assume it is.
Yeah, I'll double check my thing. Yeah, it is.
Plus strength, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it's a D6 plus 4 strength plus 2
Oh, yeah,
mods.
plus 2. Yeah, I see there. Yeah.
So it is adding. It's just because
Yeah.
depending on how he's got it set up, like in the other campaign, Jess's rage damage came in on its own little like text box.
Oh, I put it in with the formula for rolling.
Ah, fair. So yeah, it's 19 damage to the beetle, and that is the end of Lubash's turn because that's a bonus, that's movement and an attack,
Yeah.
making it Ibli's turn.
So does anyone else want in on the betting action? I got 10 on the barbarian.
I'm just watching.
No. I'm happy to watch.
It takes an action to bury something, doesn't it?
It takes whatever the it takes whatever action the spell is to cast.
Okay, because Emily's going to be a butt.
He's also not laying down anymore.
Oh, drop lantern.
Can spontaneously excavate, deposit 5. Trent, roll a dex save. As suddenly 5 feet of earth underneath you just shoves across.
God.
Oh my god, Trent, get you dice.
Would this count under danger sense?
That's a good point.
No.
No, it's a dexterity saving throw for an effect he can see. That counts like things like the fireball spell. So I'd
Could
say
you actually see it though, because it's underneath him?
he can see Ibli casting. So
I'd
I'll
like
say,
to point out the idea was to drop the lantern down the hole, not Trent.
oh, okay, lantern down the hole. Then yeah, you can do that. Trent doesn't have to make a save.
Where is the lantern?
I would assume it was back where you fell on your ass.
Yeah. That's fair.
I would assume Ibli probably grabbed it before moving away, since Ibli moved like roughly in the diagonal towards. So yeah, you can just 5 feet hole, drop lantern, but you can't cover it again this turn. Because you can only, unless you're basically just going to like throw it on the ground and move the 5 feet of dirt on it. You can either bury it or dig the hole and drop it in the hole. Can't do both.
Bury it. Just bury it. Down
Lamp,
outright.
dirt on top. End of action.
Now Ibli has a bonus action still.
And you can move too.
Or more.
Yes, I can. As Ibli, I can still move 25 feet. That's that way to there. Just nope. And for the beetle, I'm just going to. Meh. The beetle's just going to turn around and look at Trent and just. It's just going to do nothing. It's just going to go like, I'm really being stuck doing this.
Does that end Ibli's turn?
Yeah, that's Ibli's turn over.
Lubash's turn.
Beetle no longer a threat.
Target
It did
eliminated.
attack me. Basically.
I'm going to say I'm going to do this. The lantern is in that square under a pile of dirt.
That's fair. Blah! Take your attack of opportunity, Bill.
Does the beetle get a reaction?
The beetle has its own reaction, yes. It just doesn't attack unless Bailey tells it to. But it has its own reaction and movement.
12 does not hit his AC.
No.
You.
No, it is 23 because he reckless attacked last turn.
Oh, lovely.
Yeah, that hits.
And so reckless attack gives the attackers advantage as well.
Oh.
Yeah, but that ends at the start of his turn, doesn't it? Not the end of his next turn?
Can you print reckless attack to the chat, Trent?
Already did it.
I forget when it ends.
Until your next turn.
Until your next turn. So he wouldn't be advantage because he hasn't attacked yet this turn. Fair. So it would be a miss then. I thought reckless attack went until like the end of your next turn, which
Anyway.
stops you from moving. Fair. So it misses. Lubash.
Reckless R.
Now it's reckless attack. Yep.
Ouch.
Yeah, that'll do it.
That is 19 damage to Ibli.
James knows how much health Ibli actually has.
As opposed to how much he hypothetically has.
And that's the end of his turn.
Finding this funny because I'm not.
Why can't you just understand my life is mine? And that's my turn.
Ibli's turn.
Let not worth crazy people. Just pointing to the mound of dirt over there. Lamp not worth crazy people.
Are you ending your turn there?
Yes.
Lubash. Ibli did not attack you. He is pointing to the mound of dirt.
But you are raging.
It is Lubash's turn.
I am thinking.
Which is odd for a barbarian.
There is a trilogy of man going on: the angry barbarian, the wild beast, and the theatrical bard. He is my friend. Roar, animal, do it for the vine.
Oh.
I will end my rage.
Yep.
As a bonus action.
I think it's actually a free action to end your rage.
It's a bonus action. I just read it.
Ah, fair.
Lubash and Lap.
Zoop.
Oh no!
When I get in the lamp, Lubash out of lamp.
Ping in dirt.
How long can he hold his breath for?
It's only 5 feet of dirt. He basically just lands and he's just head and arms like sticking out of the dirt. The mound
Dirt cannot hold
explodes.
me.
Ibli, are you low on health?
Ibly fine.
I would actually know, like, roughly how much.
That's the
It's
first
fine.
time Ibli's been hit today.
Ibly got closed.
Ibly didn't get hit in the genie fight. Because he stayed back and just shot arrows, shot darts.
Okay, so having traveled with Ibley, does he look like more beat up? Like, does he look?
He's
fairly
been
beat
hit
up?
once.
It's just a couple of scratches on this.
Well, they were close, so yeah.
I'm curious. Does Emily's poison skin go off when you're attacking with unarmed
Yes.
unarmed weapons?
So Trent, two
Trent,
con
did you call?
saves.
Was that sorry?
2 con saves, please.
Hang on a minute.
Because it's whenever they touch you.
Yep.
Doesn't matter.
It's
Doesn't matter. It's only a DC of 12. If he failed on the first one, his second one would then be disadvantage regular, not an advantage.
Which would have just taken 2 damage off.
So Serena's gonna look in the direction of both of them and say, "Are we done now? Can we go back to the tavern now?"
They're
I
not
would've-
I was
worth
going to
crazy
say,
people.
James,
Uh-huh.
what happened with the sword this whole time?
After the first time, it didn't get pulled anywhere.
Right, I fly over, pick it back up, and bring it, like, cautiously holding it as we travel.
I would like to travel to the tavern by throwing my lamp repeatedly and going into it and coming out of it.
Trent, I'm going to sit there and say, I'm going to turn around and say this. I was a little bit lax in this RP scenario. Going forwards, you can only enter the lamp once per day.
Okay, I'll no longer travel. I'll walk normally.
I didn't actually realize. Reading the effect, you can be in there up to a duration, and I thought you basically had that duration time. But once you exit it, you can't enter it again till a long rest.
Okay, good to know. Are you able to put this on my sheet at some point?
Next time you level up.
Okay. I'll try to remember that for now.
Trent, next level you take a level in Warlock.
Oh, I know. I realize what happened.
Yeah, so I'm excited for the infiltration scenario when a changeling walks in with a lamp.
Yeah. Or, hey, you need to get over that wall. Woo!
Yeah, you can stay in your lamp equal to twice your proficiency bonus, and you can exit early as a bonus action. But it says at the end of the feature, once you enter the vessel, you can't enter again until you finish your long rest. I was unaware of that when I was allowing you to ping in and out of it.
Okay, fair.
But since it was like a simple like RP scenario, it wasn't breaking anything, which is why
Funny, but
which is why now that it is enter the combat scenario, the only reason I'm stressing this is to stop things like the throw ping into lamp for travel in combat. Because
Yeah.
that quickly becomes an abusable mechanic.
Yeah.
But it could be interesting at the start of combat.
He can do it once. The
It's
lamp,
not worth doing it in combat.
the
It's
lamp,
worth doing it.
the lamp also has an AC. That's how you broke it last time. But yes, now the party proceeds to travel back to. Are you going to the tavern, or are you heading elsewhere? Because that was a point of.
Well, we've got to go back to the tavern to get the horses because we left them. We left the horses in the carriage and Raymond's wolf at the tavern.
So yeah, now it is about an hour and a half's walk back to the tavern after all.
James, I'm going to whisper your question.
Sure, certainly.
For the journey back, I'd like to summon my fancy steed.
Yep, you can do that. You can
Just
you can stop and take whatever time it is to cast that spell.
Like, it's a ritual, so like,
It's like
10
10 minutes.
yeah.
And Evely will just walk wide along the beat.
Which, to be fair, you can stop for those 10 minutes while everyone else is walking and then just catch up.
It's true, that's probably what I'll do.
Because your steed is that stupidly fast.
Yeah, it's true.
So, Norixus. Is that how I say it? Jess's character.
Serena. Norexus is his
Serena.
last name.
Uh-huh. Well, it's got it back to front here. Serena.
Oh, no, she's entered it back to front.
No.
Ah.
Oh,
You entered it that way because you said Dragonborns would have their clan name first.
yeah, I think that's how it says. So, yes, they have... It's written backwards, like,
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
roughly what it says in the book. But your given
Serena,
name,
anyway.
Serena is your given name.
Yes.
Yes.
So, Serena. I tilt my head and look at Lubash. That one doesn't get any gems.
I believe so.
So you people are money.
You keep your gems, because yeah, that's fucky. And I hold up the sword slightly. Not sure what to do with this though. Because it's a bit too big for me.
Ably trade.
Touch it to the lamp.
Do you want to?
What's doing with my lamp?
Hey, Lubash, come here for a second.
Uh huh.
Hold out
we
your
just
lamp.
got a
I'm not going to
40-foot
take it,
rope
but
of
hold out your
free
lamp for a
storage.
second.
Why?
We want to test something.
Oh God, what's happening?
Will it break the lamp again?
It shouldn't.
Better not break my lamp. 'Cause I don't know
Fine
what
then. I
happened.
hold the sword out. Here, take the sword and touch it to the lamp.
No. I hold that lamp out and let you touch it.
I very gently touch the sword to the lamp.
What does it do?
Nothing.
Okay.
You're
Okay,
weird. Back and
well,
back.
just testing.
Okay.
So yeah, we now have a giant sword.
You feel no pull from the sword towards the lamp anymore. It would seem to your reasoning, and I'll give this as a free thing. Like anybody vested in with proficiency in Arcana, that there was probably some residual effects with the fact it was the genie that the sword was attuned to's lamp. That when Lubash started activating the powers, it tried to pull everything back.
Hey Jimmy.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's intelligence stuff to learn a language, isn't it?
It's just time in 5th edition. It's 200 days.
Okay.
Learning
so-
a weapon, a language, or a skill is just 200 days.
Well, what I asked you last time.
Yeah.
So in 200 days,
Yeah.
or okay, awesome.
Yeah, so
can-
we now have a giant sword.
Can Trent take items with him when he goes into the land?
He can take anything he can carry. That was one of the things I went and read. He can't take a person, but he can take anything he can carry. That was
I
one.
carry quite a lot.
That was why I
What's
stopped to
happening?
read, because when it was dropped, if they both died for it, and he could take a person. They were both gonna ping into the lamp.
Trent, do you have
Yeah.
a bag of holding?
What is Lubash doing now?
The 70 stuff at once. What was that, Peter?
Do you have a bag of holding
No.
or a portable hole?
No one has a bag of holding or a portable hole in this campaign currently.
I missed my portable hole.
No, because I was just about to say, is the lamp considered an extra dimensional pocket?
Um,
And would that cause astral holes?
the lamp is considered it is considered an extra dimensional space, but it does not interact with
I'll be back.
portable holes and the like. The lamp itself is, because it's not an artificially created openable like pocket in the astral plane. It is a demi plane.
Okay, so it's a demi-plane, not a
Yeah.
Just wondering before, shit happens.
Yeah. The portable hole and the bag of holding are like leaning into the astral plane. That's why it's a tear. This is straight up, there's a mini dimension in there. So it's a demi plane.
Okay.
When we get back to the tavern, I asked the barkeep where the paintings like the paintings we got as rewards, where they came from, and if the people would want to buy them back.
The paintings that were offered as rewards were requested and purchased by the previous mayor. They're handing them out as rewards as they're currently cleaning out the old mayor's office of extravagant, unnecessary items.
So nobody would like them.
No.
Fair enough.
Apparently, the previous mayor was very much a sort of the rich hoity-toity. My family's been mayor here for 100 years. Like, collect taxes, buy fancy shit.
So who's the new mayor?
The tavern owner. You were told this. He's the
Yeah.
impromptu mayor by vote, not by choice. Everyone's like,
Okay then.
you roughly lead the town, and you're the most sensible one, because he's basically the next. He's like, this town is the mayor, then there's the tavern and a couple of small, like, they would be considered shops, but they're more like, we make shit to send to other towns, but you can buy from us if you're here. Where
Sure.
he's a tavern, so he deals with people and probably is the most personable person in
So I'm
town.
assuming it's lunchtime now, isn't it?
It's by now it'll be 12 because of like that distraction.
Okay, so I'm assuming we would have lunch. I look at the others and say, do we want to start towards Silver Lake today, or do we want to rest tonight and leave tomorrow?
Still need
It's
to
because
get
it's in the middle of the day. I vote leave. Captain, what are we doing?
I'm back.
I go where the crystal guides.
What crystal?
No, now someone make a decision.
Silver Lake.
What? What's happening? One, am I even there, James? I don't think so.
You
Yeah,
are.
everyone's there.
Oh, fair. James, how'd the thing that I rolled go?
Yes. Depending on how closely you want it to resemble, it'll range you between 20 to 60 gold.
I'll buy the expensive one. That way it's a bit better. And closer to
So
it.
for 60,
Yeah.
you walk into town and Lubash is like, I'll catch up. I wanna do something. And about 5 minutes into lunch, Lubash walks in holding 2 lamps. One is of slightly noticeably lower quality, and seems to be made of brass as opposed to whatever metal the original lamp is made of, which is more lustrous.
I looked at it and back and say, what did you do?
I'd like to keep walking, ignoring everyone, and place the new lamp in front of Ibley. And
look.
sit down and order food.
Oh, look, a pity lamp.
So you place the lamp in front of Ibley.
Yep.
Bailey?
He may have stepped away for a moment.
Damn it.
We'll get back to it in a second. Up.
I'm here. Ibley just sort of reaches out, grabs a lamp, slides it off the table into beetle bag, and just closes it and goes.
Ibley's lamp.
Ibley's lamp.
But
Just very quiet. Ibley's lamp.
yes, Ibley's lamp.
Bailey, I also whispered you a thing.
I know. It's slash WGM to whisper back to you, isn't it?
Yes, or slash W space James. You can do name or GM. So yes.
I look at Lubash and say, considering heading to Silver Lake once we are done with lunch, are you ready to go? Or do you wish to spend the night and then leave in the morning?
Lubash doesn't feel too good.
Yeah, I don't feel so good, Mr. Stark. I need a long rest.
Yeah, that budding character. Lubash would like to rest.
I nod, get up, and walk over to the barkeep and say, night of rooms again, please.
-1!
Need somewhere to hang my lantern.
See, I can just see Trent sleeping in the lantern and then
James?
rolling D100 and someone nicks it during the night.
I asked the barkeep for a night of rooms again.
Sure. As I said, you've got a couple of days. We're not expecting much in the way of travelers, and it's kind of the least we can offer you guys. You did kind of save the town.
Do you have anything you need a hand with?
No, we're mostly focusing on rebuilding. And then we've got some trade caravans coming through in the next couple of weeks, which will hopefully get us back on track. At the moment now, it's just a lot of...
Do you need any more trees chopped down?
No, we're good. At the moment, it's mostly paperwork and all of the well, clearing of like leftover paperwork and like signing in and out of people, since just basically getting all of the political stuff back up and running.
Be right back.
Fair enough. Well, thank you. We'll have a night of rooms.
Sure.
What's the special for tonight's dinner, please?
The special for tonight's dinner, he sort of leans back into the kitchen. Looks like we've got 2 meals cooking. We've got roast boar meat with seasoned potatoes and assorted garden vegetables, with a gravy reduction and seven herbs. And it appears we have what is affectionately called to as the the clearance soup, which is
Whatever's in the pantry.
pretty much it is a cobbled together stew of leftovers, basically. I make it up about once a week. Either people eat it or I feed it to the animals outside. It clears out like leftover meats and roasts and vegetables. The ones that are still good, while
Why don't you just call it food poisoning?
because for some reason I don't think that name would sell many dishes.
As, a, as opposed to your incredibly accurate description.
As I said, it's not exactly supposed to be sold. It's more me
James?
cooking it to make sure the animals don't get sick. If someone comes in and buys it, you never know. We've had some really
James.
weird people come in the past. Yeah. Yes, Bailey.
No, Lily's gonna walk up to the counter after hearing this and just ask help with stew.
If you wish to cook, it's going in the kitchen. They're both on slow cook, so there's not really much to do, but go nuts.
Lee just drags the beetle into the kitchen. Takes a bit of effort to get it through the kitchen door, but he gets it in there.
He just shrugs and goes back to like dusting and everything.
Serena looks at Iblis as he's walking into the kitchen and says, "No potassium in the stews."
Ibley's got most of the supplies left over from those farmers to work with.
You mean the
Oh, I have such an evil idea, but I'm not going to do it.
Ibley is going
No
to make
flipping
that stew
mushrooms in
good.
your stew.
That's it. I had an evil idea. I'm not going to do it.
So, Ibley's going to add to the stews, or to the stew at least, and make it nice. He's also going to cheat and use the fire to give a roasted gem corn.
Yep.
I have that rainbow corn.
Yeah, that's what Bailey's cooking, the jewel corn. Yeah,
I,
so Ibley spends most of the afternoon helping with dinner. Is there anything anybody wants to do while they're in town, since the party is resting for a night to take a long rest?
I asked Iblis to cook my corn and remind him it is my corn.
Fair
You
enough.
remember, Ibley has a piece as well. Ibley's not going to steal both.
I just walk around and ask if anybody needs a hand with anything. While I kind of like just, I don't know, wait for stuff. Wait for the next day.
Yep. If nobody has anything they're really planning on doing, we can skip till the next morning.
Oh, and also, like, obviously I take time to study.
Yeah, I'll assume if you've got 8 hours of downtime, you'll have time to study.
And I talk to Haley's character, but I'm not doing that right now because that's a private thing. So
Yeah.
I'm good for the morning.
Yeah, morning sounds good.
Yep.
So in the morning onto Silver Lake.
We depart anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You
well,
depart for Silver Lake.
I thank the barkeep and wish the town well.
Yep.
And wish him all the best as the new mayor.
Fair enough. It is. Let me work out how long travel till Silver Lake it is.
Or if we go cross country, not as far as going round by road.
Of course, I still need to check. World.
Ghibli help with cross country. Forest favored.
I think it's actually mostly plains. Hello, Patty Cat.
Does Missy still hate you?
Yes.
But apparently she likes your pillows.
Yes.
Is it getting any better?
Nope. She can at least hide in the same room as me now.
Because didn't we go to the town on the way, James?
Yeah, no. That would take add time because you have to like go down and around. Taking a direct path, D&D.
Yeah, because no, we were in Dirk or whatever it was.
We're in Woodhelm at the moment.
Yeah. Woodhelm to Silver Lake.
It will take you 12 days.
Going cross country.
Going straight line. 12 and a bit days.
From Woodhelm to
From
Silver Lake.
Woodhelm, because you go 24 miles in a day. And that's with the fact that Ibley stops the party from taking half movement speed through the two forests you're going through.
Because I was going to say, we have the horse and carriage, but okay. Yeah, it's cool.
Horse and carriage will make it 9 days. I forgot you had a horse and carriage.
Yeah, because we've got the 2 horses with the carriage and the
Yeah, because
Wagon.
that makes it 30 miles, which will make it just under 10 days.
Okay, so
In other words, Ghibli made it fun.
Yeah. Can I get... Ooh, I'm guessing Mikey's already rolled.
yeah.
God
Can I
damn
get
it.
a D100 roll from everyone?
Oh, fun.
97 for Mikey.
I will
rolled a
read them in a
39.
moment.
Yeah. That's still
Okay.
pretty uncovered.
Ooh. That's... Most of them are high.
Like,
And
No.
then there's that one.
French is still rolling shit tonight, apparently.
Do you want me to read them out to
I will get to them in a moment.
97, 39, 80, 72, 85, 45, 17.
Apparently, 5's a good number tonight.
Yeah.
Except only mine's in like Tarask territory.
Yeah.
Yeah, high
Ghibli will
numbers give us
try.
interesting, but low numbers give us really interesting and fun.
Hey, I rolled a natural 1 the other week, and all that happened is Raymond killed a horse.
Hey, that was funny, okay?
Mm.
That
I
poor guy's
wasn't
never gonna get
involved.
over Buttercup, though.
I just passed out and then just tied me to a horse.
Buttermilk.
And then the horse got cut in half.
Yep. It was funny as fuck.
grumble, grumble, grumble. We're never being lent a horse again.
No, no, we're not.
Pete, we'll take the first roll just because I do see
Yeah.
the first roll. But yes, your roll was to Jim. He rolled a 51.
Hmm?
Pete actually.
I rolled GM roll because I've got that toggled under my auto clicker. So I rolled again.
But I'm going to take the first roll. I'm just going to note them all down and then go and check. And then go and actually check my table.
97,
I
39.
Ow.
got them. I'm writing them down so I can alt tab.
Yeah, I was just reading them out to try and help you. Sorry.
Can Iblis spend the time going through the forest foraging?
I believe you can forage while walking, so yes. You can forage while traveling, I think.
Yeah, forage.
I thought you said yeah, porridge for a minute then.
I heard it too.
Yeah, forage.
Yeah, porridge.
Foraging for porridge.
Oh,
Well,
porridging
if
for
wild
porridge.
rice is a thing in this region, maybe. Wait,
What
hang
do you
on, I put
think
the wrong
porridge
thing
is
there.
made of?
Wild oats. But I just remembered that rice porridge is a thing.
It's rice custard.
Okay, so going down the list with a 97. Torrin with his 19 passive perception. And
I also have 19.
Lubash with their 19, and I think what Ibli has 18. Everyone with a passive
Iblis has
perception.
16.
Everyone with a passive perception of 15 or higher notices you are being followed by a bush, which runs into the trees
Bush.
every time someone turns and locks eyes with it.
What do you mean, locked eyes?
The bush has
Basically,
eyes.
if you turn and look at the bush that's following you in the middle of the pathway, it darts into the side of the side. And the moment you start moving again, it slowly creeps out into the road and begins following you again.
Captain, do we kill it?
Anyone seen this bush?
I
What?
see it. Do we kill it?
Do we have a druid? No,
Nice.
we don't have a druid.
That is good.
I'd like to point out, every time you watch the bush, you can see the bush move. The bush lifts. You see a tiny pair of feet, and the bush just shuffles forwards. And then, like when you start to turn, the bush just drops again. Sits there, and after you look at it for a
How
second,
far
it's just
behind
up.
is the bush?
60 feet.
Ugh, damn it.
Oh, numb nuts, we can see you.
Can we?
No, you can't.
We can hear you too.
Shit.
What do you want?
There's no one here.
I just
It's a
stopped the card at this
figment of
point.
your imagination. Thump.
I will set you on fire.
So Iblis is
On
gonna
that-
dismount onto
On
the
that,
beetle.
you see something get thrown in your direction, and there is a goblin that just dives out of the bush and runs into the trees.
Wait, so it's gone now, the goblin?
The goblins run into the trees, and there's something that glints in the air as it's thrown towards the party.
I'd like to sidestep it.
It lands like 10 feet before the party.
I wish to
What
go up and
is
have
it?
a look at it.
It's a single gold coin.
I wish to pick it up.
It's
I believe that's a bribe for me not setting him on fire.
It's a single gold coin.
I wish to pick it up.
It's a
No, I don't
single
have
gold
all-
piece.
Okay, cool.
I don't have hold person prepared anymore. Damn it.
I'd like to send my owl after
Hey,
him.
my spell slots are back.
Yes. You send your owl up. Your owl flies in that direction, and the goblin is completely lost to be seen. By the time your owl's over there, the goblin is gone. No tracks to be
gone.
followed or anything.
They just vanished.
I rolled the Great Goblet of Charity.
Cool.
with a
I just get the cart moving again.
the party continues down. About a day and a half later, on a roll of 39, they see you're out of the woods at this point, and you're traveling over the fields. There is a man riding a donkey. Oh, hello, travelers. You wouldn't be interested in doing some shopping, would you?
What do you have?
I
A
am
donkey.
I am a purveyor of jewelry, gems and
What?
jewelry.
Okay.
Do you want to buy some?
If you have gems or jewelry, I am happy to take a look. He steps down and he pulls out like a little fold-out table and starts setting out a couple of his bags and lays out some jewelry and a small pile of cut gems.
Captain,
Mm?
is it normal for running to like random merchants on the road while you're on the ground?
Surprisingly, yes.
You don't get that. You don't get that when you're in the air.
Just wait until you run into the time wizards again.
Time wizards? What time wizards?
The ones you bought the mushrooms off.
Oh, the nice elderly couple that are farmers.
Yeah,
They're
just wait.
time wizards?
Just wait.
Oh, okay.
They push that card pretty damn fast.
Okay.
So what are we looking at today? I've got some assorted gems. I have a necklace, a few rings, a pendant, and a tiara. Currently, I am on my way to some more recent acquisitions.
Yeah, I'm poor, a big poor face, so I'm not buying anything.
Have all
Well,
the
it depends. Has Jess handed out the uncut gems to everyone?
Yeah.
Then everyone but Trent has 100 gold worth of uncut gems.
I would like to sell them to this man.
You produce the gems. Oh, this is some. It's interesting. These are of decent quality. How much are you looking to get for them?
Around 100 gold. I guess.
I can do 95.
Deal.
He hands you 95 gold and takes the gems.
No, it really says stop.
Why?
Even if it stops from just thinking about it and says haggle.
I don't haggle. I take the gold and step away.
I'm gonna pull out my gems and be like, "Hey, you wanna buy these?"
You have a surprising amount of gems for what I assume to be. I was going to say normal people, but yeah, you have a surprising amount of gems. This is yes, close to decent quality, similar quality. How much are you looking for these?
About 150.
I can do 125.
Works for me.
Hand you 125 gold.
I just give Navarra the stink eye as I walk back to the car.
I shrug.
I'm just sitting on top of the cart, like holding the reins.
Pat my owl.
Is anyone else looking at buying anything, or have you got more gems to potentially sell?
What do you sell?
He gestures to the pendant, 4 rings, and the tiara on the table.
Rings don't work.
I thought
What?
Does the like the Spock gesture because webbed fingers.
Fair enough. Yes, this is
Do
what
they-
I currently have to sell.
Are they just
Who got the necklace from the genie?
Ibly?
Probably.
Alright, you're not gonna sell that.
I look at the man and go, are they just fancy or do they do anything?
If they were magic, I would not be riding a donkey.
You never know.
Bash asked the question.
I asked it twice now.
Yeah,
There's in chat.
I am alt-tabbed.
Oh, okay.
What does the pendant look like?
Are you tabbed, you hoe?
The pendant is on a long gold chain. It is a large, I'll say, relatively thin. inset ruby in a relatively similar to like Legend of Zelda style rupee cut.
I'll
With-
pretend to know.
It's your buy code.
Literally never played a Zelda game.
It's a
Think
code,
of it as a square with a triangle on the top. And
Oh,
the
okay.
bottom.
Haley showed me.
Fair, I was just actually going to put an image in Discord.
That.
Yeah, and it's got gold banding around it, and yeah, relatively heavy set gold chain.
I'd like to buy it.
He goes, certainly, if you're looking at that one, that is 175 gold.
Is it magical?
No, I just said that. If I had magical items, I would not be riding a donkey.
But horses are cheap. That's a lot of money for a pendant. How about 100?
I can do 150.
How about 110?
I can do 150.
125
Okay.
hard poison.
Now hear me this. Hear me out, right? I'd like to pull out a pair of purple suede shoes and a single coconut and 100 gold with a persuasion check.
Where did you get the purple suede shoes from?
I robbed them from someone a few sessions ago.
Yeah, he did.
Don't you also have land slick pants?
He does.
Yeah.
Hey, I still got the Patriot arrow.
Roll a persuasion
Already
check.
did it. I got a 17.
I need to roll his. I'll take 110 in those items.
Deal!
He takes the items. He hands you the ruby necklace.
I put the necklace on.
Yep, you put the necklace on.
Bling bling. Hop back in the cart.
Yep.
I'm glad that the coconut and the shoes helped me at some point.
The coconut's better for bartering than it is for combat.
I mean, clearly, I lost the other one because I didn't pick it up, and I specified that, so I don't have any more coconuts. Magic farming people, I need them back.
I no longer have a lovely bunch of coconuts.
I'll buy a lime instead.
The lime in the coke.
We put the lime in the coconut and drink it all up.
So, anybody else going to purchase anything or sell anything?
Nope.
I'll sell my gems and yeah.
Fair enough.
No?
He looks at you. I'm running a bit low on funds currently, so I can offer you 95 gold for these.
It's a pendant he's selling.
The pendant.
He said he
mean-
sold
Sold it to
he was selling jewelry.
Yes, he was selling a necklace, a pendant. He was selling a necklace, a pendant, 4 rings, and a tiara.
Which one did Brent buy?
The pendant.
pendant.
It's a necklace.
Give me a moment.
At this point, he's gotten bored and is just rummaging around through the grass trying to find herbs and root and stuff for dinner. Just rummaging. There's a quiet moment before huzzah as he pulls up a bunch of carrots.
Yeah, give me a moment. I'm just trying to find a rough reference image of the of the pendant. Yeah.
Gesundheit.
Yes. That.
What's type?
Gesundheit.
Mhm.
Konzu is tight. Well, Konzu is mighty.
Suina.
Godzu is type.
Oh, I see what the problem was.
Get the pot.
I used the wrong brackets.
Okay, so I will grab the pot.
I think I found a good batch. Found good
Raymond,
batch.
How much?
200 gold.
And if I sell you my gems, it'll be 105.
Yeah, the gems are substantially smaller than the one that Trent bought. If you hand me your gems, I could probably let it go for about 60 gold. 60 gold gems, you get one necklace, one pendant set.
I'ma help Iblis.
Uh-huh.
I've grabbed Iblis' pot carefully, obviously, because I know all about Iblis.
Uh-huh. What's Ibly doing?
Ibly has found stuff on the ground. He's been rummaging.
Ah, fair.
He lost interest.
Yeah, the trader then proceeds to move on unless anybody else has anything else quickly to sell, but I don't think so. And Ibly gathers some food, and the party travels on. That was...
Oh, Bailey,
Yeah.
for reference sake, Serena is learning to talk in Iblis' language.
How?
She's probably asking Ibly to teach her.
Fair enough.
As the party travels, a few days later,
I'd like
as
to
your
point out he started with all the curse words.
Pardon?
He started with all the curse words.
Let's take a little language.
As you're traveling down the road, the wind's picking up slightly because it's just as you're traveling over plains. As you're passing a tree, there's a loud crack, and I need everyone to make a dexterity saving throw. As the tree,
we all get advantage.
as the tree falls.
We all get advantage.
Yay! The advantage gave me one extra roll.
Why does everyone have advantage?
Did nothing.
Why does everyone have advantage, Jess?
Starting at 6th level, whenever you or a friendly creature within 10 feet of you must make a saving throw, the creature gains bonus. The saving throw equal to your charisma modifier.
That's not advantage.
Oh, yeah.
That's a static number.
That's a static increase.
So my charisma modifier is a 2.
Woo, 15.
Everything goes up by 2. Okay.
Yep.
The only person who does not make it is Mikey.
I haven't rolled mine yet.
I actually critical failed on mine.
You can't critical fail a saving throw.
Oh, true.
Yeah, everyone on Reddit and YouTube.
Why was that a charisma save?
You rolled high. She rolled high enough. The DC was 10.
Yeah, no, hang on.
Jess, you rolled a 15, but natural.
Okay.
So the first roll would have been a 17. Mikey's the only one who fails because Jess's +2 actually pushes Ibly to the DC of 10. Mikey,
Sorry, I tried.
as the tree tumbles, Torrin takes a mighty 1 bludgeoning damage.
How will I go on?
Is Torrin in?
I'm down to double digits from double digits.
Yeah, it wasn't exactly an impressive quotation mark trap. It just happened to be on there.
Is Torrin pinned or just like tree hits him?
No, tree hits him and just shatters. It was a dead, dry tree.
Yeah, I got hit with a Widowmaker and survived. We literally nailed it.
A few days later, on the 80.
Yeah, a few days later, I get my hit point back.
Show up?
What?
Do the timey-wimey
Well,
wizards show
I'm
up?
going through my list. Everyone. Oh, I would like everyone to roll me a active perception check as you're looking around.
Active perception check.
Yes, just a perception check.
Can I just take my passive perception?
No, you need to roll an active check.
Got a 26.
I got a 6 opposed to my passive of 19.
I rolled lower than
My
passive
shield gives me
too.
advantage on perception checks.
Who rolled above 10?
Meg,
No.
Everyone except for Trent.
Everyone who rolled above a 10. There's a small chest in that tree,
Okay.
sitting on a branch.
Okay.
yeah, Lubash.
K-I-S-S-I-N-G?
How big is the chest?
It's like a lockbox size.
I wish to.
Can I attempt to...
I
was
say
gonna say,
you there,
could I attempt
underling.
to
Fly
mage
up and
hand?
go and get it. You have wings.
You could attempt to mage hand it down.
Why not just fly up and get it?
Because mage hand.
You have
I
wings.
mean,
Yeah,
Mage,
well,
mage hand, the chest slowly floats down. It is locked.
shock.
Uh-huh. Can I check it for traps?
It is not trapped.
Oh.
The box is rudimentary enough to understand it's not trapped. It is a very simple padlock on the front.
Ibli got this.
I just, whip out my thieves tool and...
Aw.
Thieves' tools check with dexterity.
I think I got it.
You pop the lock.
23.
You pop the lock.
It explodes.
Do you open the chest?
I was going to say, mate... Yes, I will. I was going to say, can a mage hand open it, but I'd have to be sitting on something anyway.
As you open
yeah.
the chest, you smell a foul smell as you look into the chest, and it contains a single dead mouse.
Amazing.
I mage hand pick up the dead mouse and throw the mouse away and look at the box.
It's a standard little lockbox.
Cool.
And Haley's owl just goes straight for it.
I just put the lockbox down beside me.
Sorry?
Dead mouse in a box.
Oh, dead mouse in a box. Interesting.
Ibli takes the box.
Not my box.
Can't have
My
everything
box.
easily. Fair.
Apparently it can.
As the party travels onward, there's an old man in the middle of the road.
Damn old man.
Is it the timey-wimey wizard?
No, it is an old man.
Not everything is the timey-wimey.
walking
No,
with.
it's Mamlin.
No.
Guys again.
It's
It
the
is an
old
old
man.
man walking with a cane, wearing general traveler's clothes, hobbling along the side of the road.
Hello, good sir.
Hello. Fancy seeing other travelers on the road.
Weird.
I'm sure at this point I've slowed down.
Yeah,
Considering
weird.
we're not
traffic
actually
on
on
the
a
road.
road, yeah.
Do you have time to humor an old man?
Humor?
I'm not too funny.
What kind of jokes do you like?
Oh my god, this is gonna end badly.
Oh, boy.
I'm going to ask a question. Was he traveling the same direction as us?
No, he's traveling in the opposite direction.
Ibli's just gonna stop and sit on the beetle and pay some attention.
So
Where perhaps are you coming from?
I'm just traveling from that house over there off into the horizon. I'm just taking a stroll, taking my time.
How do you walk to a horizon? It keeps moving away.
That is the very act.
Are you
did
dying,
we
my
see the
good
house he
sir?
points to?
Yeah, there's a small rundown shack on the hill behind you.
Hey, James.
Yep.
Can I do a perception check to see if this guy's a spirit?
Sure.
Do. Do.
What'd you roll?
9.
9.
It's an old man.
How would you like someone to humor you?
I have but a riddle.
Oh,
I like riddles.
My riddle is this.
Warning, not good common.
2 bodies I have, though both joined in one. The more I stand, still I stand, the quicker I run. What am I?
I know this one. Captain used to say it. It was hourglass, sandglass themed. Tells time.
Very smart. He reaches into his bag and he holds out an hourglass. Your reward.
Okay. I look at the man quizzically.
He's holding an hourglass out to you.
I take it.
You
Slowly.
take it. The moment it leaves his hand, the man turns to dust and crumbles away.
You man!
If I... What is it?
What? Sorry.
He took the hourglass off the old man. The man turned to dust.
Am I going to
Interesting.
die now?
Would I have any idea?
It's an hourglass. It might be magic.
Fair. It might be magic.
Check. Well, please no, I'm like frozen just holding it. Like,
Unfortunately, I do not have my identify spell prepared, so I'd have to take 10 minutes to cast a ritual.
Yes. I was going to say it's a ritual. So
Identify? Yeah,
If you're happy
okay.
to wait 10 minutes, I can do that.
I can do that.
you identify the hourglass. This is the ever-living hourglass. So long as it is on someone's person, they cannot die of old age.
Huh. I relay this to the person holding the hourglass.
Oh.
And everybody else.
How big is the hourglass?
Standard
Roughly
hourglass,
hourglass.
so like 15, 20 centimeters.
Oh, good. That means Pete won't die next year.
That's actually a very valid concern.
Because Eric Cochran's only lived to about 6.
No, they live until mid to late 20s. And I'm
Not
early
much better
teens.
than Ibley.
And I'm in my early teens. I'm midlife crisis. So
Well, it just means your husband's a pedo.
God.
Aaron Crocker are fully grown at the age of 3.
Yeah.
I know. It's
Yeah, anyway. See, I put that into my bag. Wait, if he came from that house, is the house still there?
The house is.
It turns out houses can't die of old age.
Well,
No, but if he'd been a magic user, he could have been like projecting the house.
All of you with a passive perception of 15 or above, that house is a set of ruins. It's decrepit.
Oh, boy.
It's old. It is basically a termite-eaten shack at this point. The roof is collapsed in. Like there probably hasn't been someone living. There probably hasn't been someone living in that house in close to 10 years.
Ibley just points to the house and just utters a word, and Grung and the beetle takes off towards the house. Just...
follow.
It'll probably take you about 5 minutes to get there.
Do
Wondering
we follow,
why
Captain?
Why not? We can watch the house collapse on a frog.
I steer the wagon towards the house.
5 minutes later, you arrive at the ruins. It is just that. It is a run-down shack.
Is there any pictures?
There isn't even a door.
Okay, so there's no pictures.
Like,
I like how it-
one and a half of the walls are missing.
Yeah, okay.
I'd like to.
Does anyone step foot inside?
Ibly stops for a moment, like part of the way there, and turns around and goes back to where the guy turned to dust.
Uh-huh.
Collecting dust.
There is no
Step
dust.
in.
No dust.
By this point, the dust is all blown away.
Ibly now sad. But Ibly then continues to run back towards that.
So everyone has arrived at the house. Lubash has entered.
And Constitution for.
Does anyone else enter?
Not yet.
No.
Ibly's got to climb up the wall safely.
Ibly climbs up the wall. Ibly, roll me a dexterity
Oh
saving throw.
god.
That's 23.
Ibly lands on the ground as the house collapses.
Okay.
What was that,
Okay.
Haley?
Okay.
Lubash, are you okay?
Lubash does not get a saving throw. Because you can't. Lubash does not have enough levels of rogue to dodge an AoE of a house.
I level of rogue now.
That's what I'm saying. Pretty soon you might, with the way you're
Don't tempt me.
multiclassing. Yeah, there is no saving throw because literally, like, the whole roof comes down on top of you.
I mean, all I could say is, I want to go to my land.
I mean, he's carrying it, so.
Yeah.
I
I
was gonna
again
say,
ask you to character.
please tell me your Trent's not aiming to be absurd.
I mean, I wasn't initially. This had just kind of happened. I was just going to be a bear barbarian. And now I'm a bear barbarian lock. Bear lock barbarian.
But man, look,
Trent,
It's
you
a hard
take
bear a lot.
12 bludgeoning damage.
wow,
One-
how's it make nowadays?
That house was
Yeah,
5d. That house was 5d10 of damage. I rolled like crap.
Ibly just says, "Oops."
They don't make houses like they used to.
Lubash just sort of stands there, and everyone just knows that Lubash is now standing waist deep in the roof as it's just sort of crashed around him.
Well, I see your
Okay,
decision-making process hasn't improved in the last 5 days.
The house gone.
Yes, thank you.
House is heavy.
Your observation skills are to be commended as well.
I look at Torin and say, onward to Silver Lake.
Sure, maybe we can drown Lubash in it.
A few
James?
yes,
Wooden shingle roof on the house?
it was.
Why does it matter?
Because Ibly's just gonna grab one.
Yeah, you can take a shingle.
He grabs one, carves them again, and just sticks it near the front door into the ground. And then nods and then
Okay.
walks away.
Here lies house.
As the party travels across the path, you're getting close to Silver Lake at this point. You crest a hill. The land turns more verdant and green. In front of you is a boulder with a sword sticking out of it.
Oh my god.
I'm literally pulling these off of a table.
Can I try and pull the sword out of the
Sure,
boulder?
strength check.
I say before she does that,
Too late.
does this? No, it's not going to actually impact this. Does it match the painting?
No.
Okay.
Never mind.
What'd you roll?
An 8.
I critical
Nope.
I critical failed, and if I had advantage, I critical critted.
Can Ibly attempt to do it with help from the beetle?
Actually, hold on.
Can I see what kind of sword it is?
How would the beetle help you do that?
The beetle cannot help you, but Ibly can certainly attempt.
Okay.
As for a sword, you'll need to investigate it first.
James?
Yes.
Critical fail and then crit.
Yeah, I heard.
My
I
fault
do
and
not know what sword that is.
While everybody's trying, I'm detecting magic.
Doink. Nope.
I'll be back.
Magic, yes.
I believe rolled a 14.
Oh, wait.
Ibly does not succeed on pulling it out. Sword is magic.
Do you tell this to anyone, Raymond?
Oh, I'm still focusing on it so I can find out at school of magic. That takes a little bit.
School of Magic is enchantments.
So, enchanted sword.
Yeah.
Oh,
I dig the sword out.
Mikey gets it out.
Mikey does stone shape.
Stone shape does not work.
No.
Can I try again?
Screw it. I'm doing this.
But is it not in a stone?
Yes, but you cast stone shape and the spell fails to take
come on.
hold on the stone.
No.
It increased it to 13.
Doink!
Can I try again?
Can I try? Because I haven't had a shot yet.
Everyone gets one shot.
Recommend raging first.
See,
I need
I
a
would give it a
range
shot, and it would just laugh if it comes out if I pull it. There he
Lubash goes,
Pretty sure he gets-
swing! Da, 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 da. It's a long
Do I
sword.
get a I'm a genie?
The King of England.
It's a long sword.
I can use a longsword.
Me too.
It is a standard, like, it is a fairly standard run of the mill. Looks relatively plain long sword.
I'd like to tink it against my armbands.
You tink it against your armbands. Nothing happens.
I'd like to stab it in the ground.
Why?
Roll an attack check.
Ah,
Oh God!
Swing straight back in the stone.
ground.
You're standing at the stone. With
Why
a
are you the way you are?
with a crit in the nat 1, it's going straight back in the stone.
Okay, fair.
So, Ibley just says a couple of words in grunt. And Serena translates to some swear word. Just like.
Yeah, Trent, you had all the power behind it, but your aim was not exactly the best. Swink!
I got it out.
And you have the immediate thought of, I shouldn't have done that.
I could have used that.
I can try to get it out.
Has anyone not tried to pull it at this point outside of Haley?
Me?
Peter.
Is Haley with the longsword that's in the
Pete's
stone?
also got a -2 to strength.
I doubt I'm gonna get it, but I could try.
You can certainly try.
Let's see how poorly I do. Holy shit! I
Swing!
shit up.
17.
You pull it out of the stone.
Ibley releases another swear word.
Okay.
I loosened it.
What weapons Cujo been wielding?
His family sword.
It's his family's sword, but it's effectively a long sword is what he's wielding.
I can't use this.
I can.
Here you go, Captain.
He hands you
I
the
just
long
hand it
sword.
straight to Mikey.
I mean, I assume my longsword's just rusted to its scabbard because I don't think it's come out yet.
Well, I can't use it.
Yeah.
As it stands, I've got one sword I'm carrying I can't use.
So do we get to Silver Lake yet?
Lubash take the longsword again?
As the party
No.
proceeds to travel on, there is one more event. In the middle of the day, there is a loud rumbling. I'd like everyone to roll perception for me. As this rumbling is loud enough that it draws your attention from anything you are currently doing.
5.
I did well on that perception. Wait, are we back in the forest again?
At this point,
Serena
you
sees
are
everything.
probably just leaving the forest on the other side. You are about to make
Okay.
it to Silver Lake.
So I don't get the favored terrain bonus.
At that
So
point,
we're
everyone except
Chavalant?
just pass. Oh, you're just east of it.
uh
Everyone except for Serena sees it as Serena looks up and looks in the wrong direction. I then require everyone to make a strength saving throw.
Everyone to make a strength saving.
Everyone.
Holy shit, that was a good roll.
That's cute.
For me, that's a good roll.
I can tell.
I'm not entirely sure how Ibly has a positive strength when he has a -1 on the modifier.
Class.
You probably have proficiency.
Oh, yeah, no, I do. Whoops. Duh.
Beetle.
Oh,
Wolf.
horses.
Wolf, horse. None of them make it.
Oh
Why did he
god.
do a
It sounds
strength
like I
save
don't
on
make it
this
either.
guy? How do
The
you do a
only
strength save on
person,
an NPC?
the only person who makes the saving throw is Lubash.
Still don't even know what it is.
Wrong.
Oh,
Rubash
James.
legs.
So
Yes,
what the
Bailey?
fuck happens?
How do you do a strength save on an NPC shoot?
You just click this. If it's not got proficiency, you just click strength. Because they'll only have a saving throw if they have proficiency in it. The beetle saves.
Well, Ibly's on top of the beetle, so
Ibly is
how does
knocked
that
clean
work?
off the beetle.
I'm assuming the
Actually,
DC was
hang on a
19
The
then.
minute.
DC was 19.
So what happened?
As the party looks up, everyone but Serena sees it because Serena is knocked flat forwards.
Wait, Jess, is your aura just dexterity saves or all saves?
It's all saves.
Then we all get +2.
Which means
Serena makes it.
Serena makes it, Ibly makes it,
I make it.
Zelda makes it, and Orin makes it. So only Haley, Torin, and
What
the
did
animals.
Haley roll?
7.
Okay.
Yeah, no, I
Everyone-
just thought that because, yeah.
Everyone who makes their saving throw sees a massive black dragon fly less than 30 feet above your head.
Oh
Don't
shit!
like that.
Well, that's
It's
trouble.
As you're close enough, it's not a black dragon of the chromatic variety. Its scales are that of a deep cast iron.
Robot.
Okay.
Do any scales or anything drop or look loose or?
No.
We can't have a dragon scale, no.
You could probably try and jump and snatch one.
Can I?
Don't.
No.
No!
The choice is yours, Bailey. You
Do it!
You
Know
would
that
need,
we will all hate you.
you would
Do
need
it!
to
Do
make
it! Do it!
You would need to make an athletics check as it will be just on the edge of your vertical leap.
Could I throw him? Could I help and throw him?
You do not have time to coordinate this.
I say, don't give time.
Sea dragon reaction first frog.
The problem is, Ibly's smart enough to know that a dragon scale is valuable, but Ibly's also, like, it's a really powerful.
Bailey, what's your character's
What?
wisdom score?
3. Oh, 16, sorry.
What's your
16
your top wise?
how greedy is your character?
Not dumb enough to get themselves killed, though.
Because they have fucking stupid as your character.
So it's just sigh for the moment. But it's a big,
Serena?
it's a
What?
big wave and a shout by and grung, though.
What direction is this thing flying?
Serena looks at Ibly because Serena knows that Ibly likes to forage stuff and gives him that look of, if you do, I will stab you.
Also,
That you would know very well.
747 with claws and teeth just buzzed your head. And you're like, I had to touch it.
Trent, does Lubash want to do anything?
I don't think there's much Lubash can do. I've already got rid of my coconut.
You could throw your lamp at it.
I need my lamp.
I believe what she's referring to is the football teleport.
Oh, I know what she's referring to. And if I didn't have that once a day thing, 100%. Actually, no, here's the thing. Okay, James, in character, would I know about the once a day thing with the lamp?
After the magic settled, you probably have tried this and discovered that you can only do it once per day.
Then no, I won't throw my lamp and do it.
Anyway, Peter asked what direction the dragon's flying.
It's heading northeast.
Is that towards Silver Lake?
No.
Yes.
No.
You're not the DM. The DM
From where you
said
are,
no.
Silver Lake is basically directly north. It's heading towards... I'm going to just drag you guys to the world map.
I was going to say, Silver Lake is huge.
Yeah. It's flying
Okay.
towards the Black Caps Mountains.
Uh-huh.
It's flying like northeast-east.
Yeah.
Yes.
You say there wasn't enough chance, wouldn't it? But that doesn't mean you just can't pick Ibly up and throw in violence.
True.
Ibly's only 3 foot tall.
What?
If Lubash wishes to throw the frog, it is within Lubash's power.
Do I know the frog wants to be thrown?
Oh god, this is going to end horribly.
I'll give you 5 words.
Chat through me.
I'll give you 5 words.
Are these people fucking stupid?
Give me 5 words or give Bailey 5 words?
Each.
You can always call it revenge from earlier.
I mean...
Because this thing is gonna take about 5 seconds to go over the top of you guys.
Again, it's a 747 with claws and teeth.
Apparently they're that fucking stupid though.
And some form of breath attack that'll fuck us all over in one time.
I look at the frog. Get me a scale 2 and throw!
I hate you guys.
Bailey,
Hey.
athletics check with advantage. Trent,
God.
athletics check.
Oh shit!
Advantage, Bailey.
I hate you
And
guys.
at advantage.
Yeah.
Yes. Because you are getting the assist action. I was about to say, here comes the double crit.
Now that would be awesome.
Before the party realizes it, there is, get me a scale 2. Woof. And the frog turns into a missile.
That's what we call tonight's session. Next week is a battle map with a dragon.
Karina grabs the horses.
Well, I'm
Ibly,
really interested as to what our next campaign's going to be.
Ibly,
My strength
roll
checks, so I
a
don't-
dexterity saving throw. Ibly lands
There's your
on
credit.
the dragon. You are now stuck to the underside of the dragon.
It's amazing.
So the dragon has to make a Constitution saving throw.
Yes, it does.
What is your poison DC?
12.
He does not have to make a Constitution saving throw,
What I was going to say is,
as you can't crit fail a saving throw, and the dragon
Yeah.
has like a con modifier high enough that the rolling is not required.
are you wearing your gloves?
Oh. It really doesn't need gloves to climb.
The
No,
frog
don't you wear your
It
gloves?
just
while
depends
you-
on whether Ibly can withstand a wind.
As the party watches this, the dragon begins to slow
No, no.
Fuck's sake.
and begins to turn.
I hate you so much.
I grab the horses and try to move them out of the way.
You
I
can,
Where are
hide
you
in
going
the-
to go?
you can start wrangling the horse. The dragon has begun turning. That's been 6 seconds.
I attempt to hide in the trees.
There are no trees here. You're in
Well-
an open. You're on a hilltop.
May as well start digging a hole. We're going to need one soon.
I look
The
at
one that does that is up there.
I look at Lubash and say, "You stupid idiot! and then cursed him in Ibli's language.
Really?
12 wisdom, 11 intelligence.
After a few seconds, the mass. Talk amongst yourselves. I have to go check just how big this thing is.
Honey, and you're also,
747 with wings and teeth.
how do you know that Lubash doesn't want a son?
And halitosis is so bad it can kill us all.
I'd like to
I
point out I
have
was
some funny
50-50 on whether it happened or not. I just decided to point out to Trent to see what he would do, because whether Lubash should want revenge or not. Apparently, I just got yeeted onto a dragon and survived.
Well, I have some funny
Bloody hell.
Here's my logic, right? It's that I would have seen, because I'm assuming I was fairly close to him, I would have seen that, he was kind of looking and
He was
kind of
Don't think
out.
it's gonna help
eyes
us.
of the dragon,
And I would have taken.
and threw him.
Let me speak. I would have seen you waving and been all, yes, you want to scale. Get one. Get me one too.
This is so bad.
I hate you both very much right
And
now.
by that you mean you absolutely adore me because it'd be a boring session otherwise.
See, now,
No, but
technically, if this is a TPK, this is the third one Bailey is involved with.
I caused
The
this.
problem is,
If this is a
Second
TPK,
one,
this is
it
the second
started
one
with the
Trent
first.
has directly caused.
It'll be the
This is true.
Well, I'm gonna roll for TPKs this week, James. You should know this.
Actually, yeah, that would be the third one.
Yeah, I was about to say, this is a TPK, this is the second TPK this week for me.
Go up, right? So, since James is looking at stuff, I'm just gonna tell a story.
Yeah.
Not like a story in your case. But so, we're all doing Curse of Strahd, and they're like, let's go help a winery. And then they're like, cool, made it to the winery. Then 30, bushes stand up and start marching towards them. Instead of going, I should go inside and lock the door, they're like, I'm gonna fight them outside.
And we all died.
Getting there. And so what happened was, as they were fighting, more people from the inside came outside and surrounded them as they were near the door. And long story short, they all died.
Lasted the longest.
It's true, she did. The paladin lasted the longest. Is anyone surprised?
Nope.
The barbarian lasted the second longest.
Did the wizard go down?
I think the bard went down first.
Yeah.
Bard went down, then the wizard went down, right afterwards.
I'd like to point out that means that the wizard did exceptionally well and didn't die first.
Well, the wizard was surrounded 4 times, so yeah.
The wizard also got 36 kills in that fight.
Yeah.
Shit.
I got something like 16 in one spell.
So how fucking dead are we?
Give me a moment. I'm finding out how big it is.
Never good that you DM us to search up how big.
I still like Mikey's answer. Mikey's description sounds pretty accurate.
747 with claws and teeth.
It's fairly accurate.
We're
Wait.
gonna fucking die!
And you guys are like,
We
I wanna
could talk
touch
our
it
way
'cause
out of
I'm
it,
Fucking
possibly.
stupid.
How are you gonna talk your way out of it? You can't talk to it, can you?
I'm
Okay.
pretty sure it speaks common.
I mean, out of character, dragons generally speak common. In character, I'm gonna yell at in common. Actually, no. Okay, let's put it this way. If this goes perfectly, based on how I seem to be rolling now, Lubash is going to end up with a child.
Oh fuck! Exactly.
James,
The
I just
answer
realised
is
something.
no, Trent, because you can't have two. You can't have two versions of Warlock.
Oh fuck!
Or can I?
James,
Yes.
I've just had a realization that Ibli may actually worship dragons.
Yeah,
He
figure
just
that out
wrote it.
quickly.
Yeah, no, I think he would, considering where he's from. He's just been thrown at one.
Wouldn't you worship a
Ibley
specific dragon?
Yeah, it's highly likely Ibli worships dragons.
Why would Ibli worship dragons?
First of all, it comes from Kubara. And other various backstory elements suggest.
Okay. Well, I suppose you travel with a dragonborn willingly.
Small
2
relay.
Dragonborns.
Yeah,
Ibli don't
Serena,
trust the other one.
Serena's not 100% convinced of you being a dragonborn.
Ibli gaslit the other one.
I look like a Dragonborn.
Don't smell like one.
Yes, but I saw you transform into the werebear thing, whatever it was, when you touched the fucking crystal.
Oh, and me and Trent swapped religions.
Yes.
So you an atheist now?
No, but you found God. Well, God found you.
God found me. And you found Bear.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, I'm making a map.
Oh god, that's never good.
I don't like this. Can I roll for run away and hide?
In a moment. See, unlike yours, Lubash has an escape plan.
Yeah, I sort of have an escape.
Jump in lamp, jump in lamp.
Through lamp, then jump in.
I heard the dragon takes your lamp.
Yeah. Good call.
You're out and just be like, hey dragon, sup? Bam! Bam! Got a child! Got to add to the family tree I made.
Well, this thing's the size of a 747. How big do you think its dick is?
Oh
I
god.
believe that's 12d12 piercing damage.
Bludgeoning damage.
It could be a female dragon. Does it
In
have
which
eyes?
case, he's got to go spelunking.
Oh god.
Yeah, it's like throwing a hot dog down a hallway.
Holy shit, that's big!
I just see a wing. Oh, that's alright.
Cool.
Don't fear
The
it.
positive thing about Ibli being Ibli size, Ibli can freely move through the dragon square anyway.
I really all can.
I need to check one last thing, and then you need to make a saving throw. Everyone.
Oh, for fuck's sake. We're to see if we're feared.
Pretty much.
Immune to fear because of Jess?
Jess is immune to fear. And everyone within 10 feet of her.
So
That does
everybody
not-
at the moment.
That does not include Ibli.
No.
True.
No, you can't be charmed.
Yeah,
I
she's
don't
the
think
charm
it's
one, not the fear one.
And the fearing, or
I don't have the fear one, I have the charmed.
I thought the fear one was all paladins. Oh, I've been getting stuff confused.
No, the saving throw one is all paladins. So everyone make me a wisdom saving throw.
does that include me?
No,
Everyone.
Aura of Courage is at level 10.
Oh, did you say wisdom?
Wisdom.
Uh-oh. Ah!
Holy shit!
Can
I
I
still
mention
doubt I made it.
1 and 2?
That's
Fucking nice.
that's
Can I have advantage?
No.
Yes, but it doesn't help.
Literally, I rolled the 1 and a 2.
because he's present. The only person not currently feared is Aaron.
Would I really be feared of it? Like, I'm a dragonborn.
You suffer the effect of draconic presence.
Oh, fuck you.
It's a passive fear aura.
That covers like the entirety of this battlefield.
So, what happens?
Do I do one for the beetle too?
Certainly.
Can I still try and talk to it?
You can try, you just can't attack it or move closer to it. You can
Okay.
talk. Well, you can attack it, but I think attacks have disadvantage.
Can I please roll a perception to see if I can tell if it's male or female?
Ibly can tell.
Sure.
Has it got an innie or an outie?
The thing's just landed in front of us.
You're fairly confident it's male. Also, congratulations on wasting the best roll of your night.
Yeah, probably. Draconic. Draconic. Hello, my good sir. I'm terribly sorry for my stupid friend's actions. Can you please not kill us? In Draconic.
How many of us speak Draconic? Because I think it's just me and Jess.
Yeah, I know.
I know.
Unless the
Bailey, what's your AC?
Who's mine?
Yeah.
Mandela.
16.
You said 16, right?
Yeah.
Cool.
Oh, that's not
I
good.
don't like this at all.
Oh god. No. Oh no. Oh no, is that what I think it is?
That's a nat 20
Oh, fuck.
on a tail slap for a 36 to hit.
Decided to hit it, everyone.
That's Ibly only.
Hey, Bailey, you might want to roll 4d6.
6 to hit.
Yeah.
Plus 16.
Yeah.
Does it respond to me?
One moment.
Oh no.
It's tail slapping.
I need dice.
I'd like to point out at this point, Ibly's just quivering.
Yeah,
As
you're
this
you're,
dragon
you're quivering for about 3 seconds, and you're landing with the rest of the party.
Who's got minor illusion? We need a white flag.
So.
It's okay. It'll be okay. Somehow.
Oh. So-
Sorry, Dread, I should laugh at that, but that's hilarious.
Those are the wrong dice. That's slightly better.
Trent, that's just bad.
They were more iconic duo.
What I
What kind
miss?
of dice is this using?
Changing his green D20.
This party and fucking stupidity.
I didn't get thrown. Okay, I didn't jump. I got thrown.
It was your idea.
Was
I simply pointed out to see what someone else's reaction.
now here's the
And
thing.
it turns out it wasn't in my favor.
Hey, Mikey, put it this way. You gotta think of it in this way. Bailey did not ask me to throw him. I just did it.
But he's the one who brought it up.
Me.
27 bludgeoning damage.
Also, without him bringing it up, I probably would have done it anyway.
And Ibly is now with the rest of the party. Thwack. I do not appreciate being jumped on.
Please forgive me.
He didn't jump.
Ibly just
Turns
goes
to
straight the worst
Lubash. What do you mean by that?
So, he was like pointing at you, and my experience with him so far is that he really likes shiny things, and he was very invested in acquiring one of your scales. However, you were going so fast that we couldn't just yell out and ask you because, well, yelling at you is rude. So,
Don't
I
think
had
I
to-
can't see you guys moving.
So I had the idea of throwing him to try and reach up towards your face to ask you in a polite manner if you could land, so we could then ask if you have any loose scales that we could potentially take off you. But, as obviously happened, my aim was a little off. So, I do apologize, I wasn't trying to give you a parasite. However, now you're down here, which
Oh
I think I'm
God!
pretty sure I know the answer to. Would you, by chance, have any scales spare? I am willing to trade, though I'm not sure what I have to offer. Of what you would appreciate.
Oh god,
Rogue
Emily.
intensifying.
And on that, I would like to roll a persuasion.
Roll a persuasion.
Oh my god!
Oh god.
Or, actually, could I roll that as a deception, since obviously I was throwing it at him, but he doesn't know that, so...
Sure.
Sure, I'm trained on that one. Yeah!
22?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He got a 23 on his insight.
Damn it.
Oh, shit.
He just sort of turns back to Ibley, who at this point is probably pulling himself out of the grass. Does that one speak the truth? Is all you wanted a scale?
Actually, pretty much.
He's bypassed you. He's looking at Ibley at this point. Or I can point the giant dragon head at you.
I'm good.
So Ibley just starts with the question, do you understand Grom?
I understand many things.
As much as a scale a little bit more, I didn't mean to interpret you, and I'm sorry, I did this. Please forgive me. He threw me. Instead, grab me one. Give it more intensifying worship.
The
I was
pair
gonna
of
say,
you
can-
step closer.
I was gonna say, as this conversation's going on, I look at it and I go, "Oh mighty one!" In common, I go, "Oh mighty one, may I know what we can call you?"
It just ignores you. It has asked for Lubash and Ibley to step forwards.
Yep.
See, now's the bad time for Mikey to have one of his whispers,
Oh,
which we haven't had in a while.
I was thinking about it, but I haven't got any prepared. I haven't done one in a while. I have a whole notepad document that I had full of them.
Serena's
God.
gonna actually step forward.
Uh-huh.
Sorry. Just step, like, not like right up next to the dragon, but just kind of step forward closer to like Ibley.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
So,
let me
like,
just
that's
check.
different.
Just
And,
stand about there.
and say to the dragon in Draconic, I mean no harm, but this is my friend.
It just ignores you.
I kind of expected that.
Actually, you can't step forwards, Jess, because you are currently
Yeah.
feared.
What about me, then? Because I also failed that.
Yous
Yeah.
two were requested to step forwards, so
Okay,
it
fair.
is not. It has stopped affecting yous two with the fear aura.
Okay.
I try to, like, not look big, but, like, look incredibly courageous. Whilst kind of quaking because I was under the fear effect.
Also, I'd like to point out that this he's just like offered the bag of gems as an offering, just head down, just up. Just like,
It
Don't
just
know
looks to
me.
the pair of you. If you truly wish for a scale, are you willing to do what you must to obtain one?
I'm not sure I'm smart enough to get the connotations. Would I get the connotations he's saying?
That's up to you to figure out.
What's your intelligence?
My intelligence is... open the character sheet. It's just jumping around the screen.
What?
Can I try and talk to
You
it?
can talk. Whether it pays you any attention.
I say in Draconic, please do not kill them. I know they are not the smartest, but please do not kill them.
My intelligence is 11.
11. That's like year 12 level.
Yeah.
No,
Have you met a year 12
a
person?
10
Yeah, I've been to year
intelligence would
12.
put you at about year 8, 9.
No. 10 is considered average adult intelligence in 5th edition.
Yeah, it's also
Which-
medieval.
Which would be VCE intelligence. So
Yeah.
academically, it would be year 7, year 8.
Oh god.
Yeah.
World-wise, it would be your standard, like,
Trump voter.
20-year-old.
So
Being a
that's
Dragonborn, do I know what the colours of his scales mean?
You're not sure. You've never seen a Dragonborn this color.
A dragon's called.
No, she's never seen a Dragonborn this
Oh,
color.
yeah.
But okay, yeah, I say to it in Draconic,
Yeah,
Please.
it heard you.
please do not kill my friends.
It
They
heard
are
you.
stupid,
It's
please
waiting
do
for
not
the
kill
others' response. Are they willing to
I've,
do what?
I've been waiting for a chance to talk.
Are they willing to do what they must to get a scale?
I need to look up my parentage really quickly. I'm sorry, but I need to answer this correctly.
Yeah, go look at your 40-person family tree you've made. And I'd like to point out I'm not exaggerating.
I can link if anyone's curious.
Trent has had to go and map out his family tree.
That was fun.
We were originally going to
would
write
like
it,
to-
and then we had to plot it because it got confusing. Bailey?
Ibly would like to point out that Ibly states, although a scale would be nice and to be given such a task from such a being would be exemplary, Ibly does not wish to bring harm to anyone.
As much as my parents might look down upon me for denying such a generous offer, I will graciously not do what is necessary, as I am too busy admiring you for the. Don't want to say beast. For the magnificent being that you are. With a persuasion check.
So let me get this correct. You desire scales, but wish not to harm for them.
No, I simply wanted to ask you because that is the polite thing to do. As one who is as wise and smart as yourself, would be willing to hear out a simple creature. The fact that you landed in the first place shows how generous that you are. So perhaps I was hoping that you would freely give one of your own volition.
Mikey, text goes in square bracket.
Square brackets.
Yeah, it's square brackets, round brackets.
There it is.
Pretty much. So what was that, Trent? Give me the TLDR. I got lost about halfway through there when you circled back on yourself.
Yeah.
He was hoping the dragon would give
Basically,
it
I would hope.
free
Yeah, what Jeff said, I guess.
Hoping to give it willingly.
Yeah, I guess.
It turns to Ibly. What about you? You desire a scale, but wish not to harm anything for it.
A scale would be nice, but honestly not needed. I'm just fine with the site that I've been granted. Thank you.
If you wish to know what I'd do with it, I wouldn't sell it, if that's what you're worried about.
Understood. It turns back to Ibly. What would you do if I were to offer you a scale, or even something more valuable?
Treasure forever.
At that point, the rest of the party sees the dragon take off, and it snatches Lubash and Ibly up in its claws and flies away.
Yay!
Shit.
I would like to send my owl up to see where it goes.
Your owl flies up. It's flying away towards the mountains. Your owl can't keep up.
Yeah, I didn't.
I start heading in that direction with Ibley's beetle.
Uh-huh.
Well, we'll always remember them fondly.
Yeah.
Lubash getting children.
I'd like to point out that no matter what you do, Jess, the beetle's just always at full dash after the dragon.
Yeah, well, I basically... Can I actually hop on the beetle? Am I too big for the
The
beetle?
beetle is a medium.
I'm a small.
You're a large. You're a medium. A dragonborn is a medium. Kobolds are small. You're not a kobold.
Ibley is a small. That's why Ibley rides beetle.
Well, I'm just going to keep dashing after
Uh-huh.
the beetle.
Uh-huh.
So, to Silver Lake then?
I was going to say, Captain, do we follow?
I mean, do you want to go after the giant black dragon?
Kinda.
I also
Really?
have another reason, but that's beside the point.
Have you
I'm
lost
sure
all
they'll-
grips with reality?
I'm sure they'll
See,
come back.
that's
to
a
us.
hard question. Because that's a hell of a story to tell, but also...
Yeah, you know what's the best
No?
part about telling stories? Is being alive to tell the story.
Pretty sure I need to fight things that are strong, so...
Yeah, we're not doing suicide by dragon.
Sayonara, turn and go the direction of the dragon.
Freaking Navarra. Have you taken
Navarra.
leave of your senses as well?
I'm conflicted.
Serena didn't even.
Yeah, no,
give it a
Serena's
second.
gone. At this point, it is... The party is split.
The party,
Um,
left here is now me, Haley, Pete, and the NPC.
The NPC is, like, still frozen in fear. He's trying to figure out what the fuck just happened. Like,
Same.
The problem is... 3 of the people who have just been taken by the dragon are the ones that have said they're going to work with him. The only person that still was like with the initial group from him is Navarra. So he's basically waiting on Navarra's choice.
Oh God. Difficult. She's.
I can give you advice.
I mean,
she's
the question is,
conflicted.
she try and
What-
save her
what's the
party
dilemma?
members.
Does she care enough about her party members?
The only original party members are me, Raymond, and Haley.
Wait, who's gone after the dragon?
Everyone,
Raymond.
you, Pete, and the NPC.
Serena and Zelda.
Jess and Raymond have left after the dragon.
Well, to her, Jess left after the beetle.
In that case, she probably will chase after them.
Which means Kudro's going to go as well, as that's the entire party that is going to work with him, somehow involved with this dragon.
Aaron.
You're all like, these random encounters are boring.
I ain't never once said that.
You're all like, where's the fun ones?
Oh,
What,
I'm like,
what
don't let
riddles
Mikey
and
roll.
falling things, and then fucking dragon.
No, see, this is the classic aspect of Mikey rolls, something happens, Trent exists.
I'd like to point out this was actually not a Mikey roll.
This wasn't my
Not
one.
bad.
Whose role was this?
This was, I'm scrolling up to see.
Trent.
Mine was the Great Goblin of Charity.
Yeah, Mikey's was the goblin. This was yours, Raymond.
I summoned a dragon. Yay!
So, Aaron, level with me. What are our chances of survival here?
following the dragon? None. Well, actually,
Two more.
that depends. If we attack the dragon, none. If we just follow the dragon, maybe.
slim to none.
Yeah.
I probably worship dragons too.
I worship nobody.
Technically, some of the only races that are in canon and everyone worship dragons are kobolds.
Yeah, I got my own god.
Ibli as a grung would probably worship any big, powerful thing, and because he's not having we've already discussed with Ibli that Bailey, he's not doing an official religion. Dragons are probably just scrawled in like the tapestries in his temple, going big fuck off things. Big
Piss
fuck off
off.
thing matches that thing that's on the fucking mural at home. Also, it's big enough it could eat me and like 2 other people in one bite.
Yeah.
It
Do you
means
ever
he's trying to be as
wonder?
polite as possible.
Yeah, I'm chasing after it.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
So,
Like,
You ever wonder?
why we're here?
Oh right, no, fair.
No, Trent
I
stopped
was
mid
starting to,
sentence.
I was starting to type. People talked over me, so I just stopped talking. I'm like, yeah. Do I ever wonder if that god that came to me is now like, what have I done?
So I guess we're following that
Since
natural
I've met,
disaster.
Cool.
wait,
That's where we're ending the session because I need to do private RP with 2 of the party members.
Jesus
so
Christ.
Dragon.
Yeah. So we'll convene from here next week.
Fucking ancient black dragon. We're like, I'm gonna